everyone, and welcome to our wonderful winter one-shot featuring the One Ring system. I'm Rosie. Today I will be your lore keeper as we go through this one Golden Ring adventure to celebrate the holidays. Before we get started, though, let's go around and see who we're going to be playing with today. Let's start with I'm going to pick on Jill.
Hi, hello. I am Jill, also known as GhostTJK, sometimes on the internet. You can find me in my link in the card. And yeah, I use she, they pronouns. I'll be playing Esmeralda Took.
Woo! And sadly, we only have the one toque today. We can't get into double trouble shenanigans, but I'm sure Esmeralda will be able to manage on her own.
I don't know what you mean. I am picture perfect, well behaved.
We will see. I am so excited to see what happens there. Next, we will go over to Megan.
Okay, good. Every time.
Ah!
It's like, I'm going to be introduce myself now. Hi, I'm Megan, she, her, and I will be playing Primula. They're not married yet, right? They're still on fiance.
They're on fianced, yes. As
Yes.
Drogo is elsewhere,
Yeah.
sort of warming up to the
Yeah.
other Brandy Bucks.
Yeah. Primula is happily on fianced. I'm sure everyone will be someday. It'll happen. Don't worry about it. Anyway, time for the next intro.
And with that subtle remark, we're gonna go over to Kay.
Hello, I'm Kay Purcell. I'm going to be running my own charity game tomorrow at my channel, Chaotic Wholesome Presents Lullaby for the Christmas Lich, which is a original holiday 5e adventure. But today, I'm playing the Belia, and yes, I've still not been made an honest woman of. Sure, that's fine.
It'll happen. Eventually. It has to because it's in the plot, but there's a good 50 years between canon events. So somewhere in there, it'll happen. I'm sure Otho will. Yeah, he'll come around. And I am Rosie, your lore keeper for today. I am really excited to run this original adventure with this wonderful cast. We're a little bit short today. We sadly are missing an arc. We missed her very much. But I'm sure we'll get into plenty of holiday shenanigans with the lovely crew that we have here today. So with all that,
we're hobbits, so we're good at being a little short. Thank you.
And cut it off. We're done.
Thanks for joining, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, we're good. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and start today's adventure. Winter has settled into the Shire, and with that comes Yuletide, that special festive season that bridges the turning of the new year. Throughout Hobbiton, many a hobbit are already in the full swing of celebration, the market square bustling and every home and hobbit hole filled with warm light and cheer. Except for one. Bag End is concerningly dim, the barest glint of hearth fire visible through curtained windows. As both his family and members of the Order of the Red Book, you would have expected some grand invitation for one of his raucous parties. But not a single warm word of welcoming has found its way to you in some time. Wherein invitations to run some errand or adventure at Bilbo's behest had been nearly weekly in the summer months, you've barely heard a peep through the harvest season, and now, as the winter turns cold, it seems so too has your lead conspirator. Lacking an invitation, it hardly seems appropriate to barge onward and inward. But desperate circumstances call for desperate measures. It now seems to fall squarely on you to ensure that the Yuletide does not pass with Bag End bereft of its typical merriment. As proper hobbits, you recall that 3 things are needed for any successful Yuletide: festive decoration, excellent food, and a gift to help pass the cold months. So, my lovely hobbitses, what are you going to do to ensure that Bag End once again is filled with holiday spirit?
I think Primula has decided that, the way to a hobbit's heart is potatoes, but she needs to take it up a notch. So she is making her famous 3-in-1 potato dish. It's like a turducken, but instead it's a large potato that's baked with, I guess, hobbit tater tots, hobbit tots stuffed inside. And then she's been working on, she'll do it where she'll cut them real thin and she'll fry them up. They work really well. And then she kind of puts them along the edge and then sprinkles it with chives and a little bit of bacon and sour cream and cheese and some more cheese and an additional amount of cheese. And it's like an art
So
piece,
much
but
cheese.
it's also a feast.
All in one, all-inclusive potato
All
feast.
inclusive. Yeah.
Amazing. I think I heard at least 3 food groups in there, so I think that counts
Yeah,
as a
potato-
meal.
Exactly.
Potato
It's about efficiency.
chives.
Just have it in one go. Yeah. I don't want to reach over to another dish when I can have the whole thing in front of me.
Potatoes 3
Amazing.
ways is basically 3 food groups.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a
Potatoes,
better
potatoes,
chance
more
of a
potatoes.
took not taking and finishing a dish if you just have one.
Amazing. You have crafted this gigantic, for lack of it is a gargantuan dish. It takes up your biggest like serving platter.
Oh yeah.
You like as you're like
Oh no.
Have we lost Rosie again?
Rosie.
Rosie,
Please
come
stand
here.
by.
Yeah, it's cool. Damn the dark forces.
I know, right?
Let us have a Hobbit holiday. Yes, a holiday. Happy holidays, everybody. Oh, that's great.
Our
Someone,
producer
the
is saying
ghost
funny
said
things in our
holidays.
ears.
Not approving of any of this tomfoolery.
We're keeping up our hobbity energy.
Yeah, the potatoes were too much. You did us in with the
Now we're
big
hearing
tots.
No.
voices. Like this is.
You enough
this is
potatoes
a
to hear
lot.
voices. The potato angel comes.
Oh, it's the potato angel. That's right. It's like
Potato
when you go
angel,
into a food coma after stuffing yourself. It's the potato angel.
Yeah. Their wings are potato pancakes.
Ooh, now I'd be super into that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We can stall. Worst case, we can stall.
We can absolutely stall. We got to meet up and talk about what we're gonna do, right?
Yeah. Well, let's see. We've got the food. We need a decoration and
gift.
gift. Yes.
Rex just said a Merry Tookmas to you all.
I love it. I'm sorry for screaming.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Yay.
For those who just joined, we have momentarily lost our GM. So yes. All right, you troublemakers. You know I've called you here.
hello.
Oh yeah.
Hello. You
We're all
will
like,
have
oh,
to
no,
wait.
Yay!
So sorry about that. Apparently there's a big windstorm outside and that knocked something out. So we're going to hope and pray that winter does not interrupt our hobbit shenanigans.
Yeah.
So, all right. And I need to there we go. Okay. Okay, what is the last thing you all heard? Because I was talking about the big potato dish.
I think that's what we were talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
It
Took
got
out
weird
biggest dish.
from there, if I'm being honest. Like it turned into potato angel, and like it was...
yeah. We just kept talking about potatoes, really.
I love that for you. Again, like you figure maybe for next year, this is something that you could show off at the central market in Hobbiton, because that is where people show off all of their foods. Whether there's no actual prize, it is just for bragging rights. Whether or not you've actually visited the central market this time of year or not, you know that it is a big deal. But you're preoccupied cooking away as you do. What are the other two of you doing?
Should we be coordinating, meeting, and like plotting together? I think that sounds like a good idea. Making sure that we can delegate who's doing what, and yeah.
Well, I think
If
I've
nobody
found
else is meeting up, I will run from everybody.
Yeah.
I'll be a little messenger.
I think
took phone.
yeah, I think Lobelia has found some very nice pipeweed. It is aged, it is just the right bit of smoky, and I think it's the exact thing that will help keep Bilbo warm through the cold winter. And of course, I found the most ridiculous gold bow to wrap it in. So I'm like trying to tie it, get the big 4 loops on the ribbon.
Ooh.
It's a nice but simple wrapping, but then this ridiculous gold bow that she just keeps fussing with. And
For fun, make a craft roll.
oh boy.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Just for funsies.
I get 1 pip with that. I'll take it.
Mhm.
That's a 10 and a 1.
Okay. What is your target number for strength?
Which is it? 16.
Okay. You don't quite make it. You fiddle with it and you fiddle with it, and eventually you just kind of do like bunny ears and tie it.
Can I find some wire? I think I can put some wire into this.
There we go.
And it's not as perfect as you would hope, but it is still a very lovely wrapped gift.
She's just glaring at it. I'm trying to
Well,
intimidate it into
looking
behaving.
nicer.
Mhm.
You see, as you glare at it, one of the loops just kind of pops perfectly into place.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Wow.
Intimidate the bow into being a better bow.
Be the best bow you can be. What about you, Esmeralda? What are you doing to sort of bring in Yuletide?
I think I'm trying to collect decorations, and
Ooh.
I feel like I'm searching just like the general like nature area around Hobbiton to like find like garland or anything that I could use for like flowers and decorations.
And that is exactly what a proper hobbit would do. The decorations for Yuletide are all made of natural elements, things like holly, pine cones, winter lilies, all of which can be found where the veil of Hobbiton turns into forest. As you're going through, like searching around, finding some really good stuff, I would love for you to make a scan roll or a hunting roll. This is like scavenger hunting.
All right, cool. I don't have dots in either of those.
Okay.
So I roll just a d12 and a d6.
Or explore.
Do I
Maybe?
have any for explore? Nope.
Oh no. Then you just roll the d12.
Okay. It's a 1.
Oh no, we lost Rosie again.
Oh, great.
okay.
We're never gonna
You
know
are
the consequences.
exploring and getting lost.
Honestly, I probably do get lost. Everything's been picked over, so I just go further into the forest, and all of a sudden it's just like, wait a minute, where am I?
Or just distracted. Wait, what?
Yeah, I feel like
yeah.
you go to the forest,
Yeah.
but then it's like, oh, so and so's got something nice. Oh, this
Yeah.
got something nice.
There's a pie on a window shelf.
Yeah.
I just start floating towards it like a cartoon.
Mhm. You like
That
invite
must be for
yourself
me.
to like 4 different houses for dinner.
Yeah.
Hi. I've been working so hard to get anything to eat.
Could I come in for some of that like lovely pie you have on the windowsill?
Oh.
Like Esmeralda knows she's like childish. She's younger, so like she's got to use her charms in the way she can.
Yeah. Enjoy it. I got like a decade left.
I got like a decade left.
You saw your cousin get so mature during our last adventure, and you're like, nope, don't want to do that yet.
Absolutely not. No. Why would you want to do that? There's so much.
Not ready for a farm and fireworks.
Fireworks are fine, but like, I don't know if I want my own farm yet. You know,
Oh yeah.
it's a little much.
It's so much like responsibility.
100%. Yeah, it's just. There's so much more that I want to do.
Yeah, like pies.
I'm getting lost in the woods. Hi, Rosie.
So you are now in the woods searching for things. You rolled a 1.
Yeah.
You figured that the best time to go searching would be at night in the dark, because that's when all the best stuff can be found, because no one else is competing with you to find things.
Yeah.
You take a bit of a tumble as you trip on a route that you didn't see and go careening down into a bit of a ravine. You fall flat on your tummy. Just kind of chill there for a moment, getting your bearings. As you look up, you've fallen sort of like where there's a little bit of ice where a river was, like a little stream, not like a huge river. As you sort of like look up from your prone position, you see lights reflected on the ice, just like little soft blue moving lights. You want to look up and see what might be causing that?
Yeah.
As you look up, slowly turning your head up, you see little soft, not even quite orbs.
Oh no.
This is the
This
worst.
is suspense. Aww.
We're being left in a lot of suspense
I
here.
know.
Yeah. Okay, and then, oh no.
We've got
This
our
is-
own like sub adventure.
Yeah, this is just
Yeah.
going to be the Hobbit podcast now. Guys, thank you for joining.
Yeah. Hobbit cast.
Hobbit cast.
Yeah.
I mean, is it really a live stream without a tech gremlin or two? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's Mercury and Gatorade. Be careful.
Oh. Okay. We refuse to give up. Look at us.
Yes.
We mean this.
Hobbits never say die.
Never say die. Though, I mean, they do sometimes just like kind of stay home and stay warm.
Mm,
But I appreciate that. That's just
Yeah.
wisdom. Yeah.
This is so bonkers. I am so sorry.
You're
So yes,
fine.
little blue lights. They're kind of like curiously like not surrounding you. They're keeping a distance of about 2 feet. They're just kind of like dipping, almost as if they're observing you. What would you like to do? You can make a lore check to see if you know what these might be.
I believe I do not have lore.
No. Is there something else you'd like to try
Um,
that you could argue for?
can I use courtesy and welcome them and like try
Ooh.
and make them feel like I am friendly?
Absolutely. Roll it.
So I rolled my 2d12 and an 11 is not good, right?
11 is bad.
Okay, so that would be the lower one, right?
Yes.
The other one's a 2.
Oh
Oh boy. This is a rough time for Esmeralda. Oh no.
no. It really is.
So my d6 add up to 10. And my
Total
heart
with
target
the
number
two.
is 11. So I do make it.
Okay, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Explain how you sort of welcome them in. What are you doing action wise?
I look up at these curious little lights and I go, "Oh, hello. You are so pretty." Just like kind of like observing them back, like just matching their curiosity, matching the energy.
Oh. As you say, you're so pretty, they kind of like, woo, as they like come a little bit closer, like brighten up a little bit more. They're almost like twinkling with light as they sort of surround you. You've heard stories around hearth fires about will-o-wisps, lost souls in the cold, lost little spirits, akin to fairies. And the proper thing to do is if you are approached by them is to offer them friendship, warmth. That's all they're really looking for this time of year. But in the back of your little took mind, these would make excellent decorations.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I have such a good idea. Okay. I'm planning a party. Do you guys want to come?
And they'd like sort of excitedly like zip around.
I would love that. I think you guys would love it too. One problem. How do I get out of here?
Ooh, I want to see if they know. So I'm gonna roll for them. Real quick. Roll for the will-o-wisps. They don't know. That was a 3 total.
All right, cool. It's okay. We'll figure it out together.
Again, lost souls. They're probably not
Makes
too
sense. Yeah.
good at directions.
I'll just look back up at this ravine and try and see if there is like a non-icy path that I can take back up.
Yeah. Maybe athletics, maybe explore.
I'm gonna go with athletics because I have a little dot there.
Yay! Hobbitses aren't big on adventure.
Okay, that's a 10. Bad, not bad.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll the dice that my boyfriend gave me because they roll better.
Oh,
So that's a total of 13. My target number is 15, though.
you want to spend a point of hope and roll an extra d6?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go for it.
Get out of the ravine. Get out of the ravine.
It's a 1.
Oh no!
I have a sixth sense for
For took shenanigans.
took foolery.
foolery.
Can I say that it's late? We were supposed to have a meeting. Can I go hunting this fool of a took?
Yes, please, Lobelia. You the hour it's not super late, but it's definitely later than what you had anticipated as far as your agreed upon meeting time, and you are very punctual. You recall that Esmeralda
The Will-O-Wisp.
Esmeralda. That's all I can recall right now. Bloody Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Grimna, have you seen her about?
No. I was just gonna get some decorations. I like to give.
We had a
some
meeting.
time.
You're here. I'm here.
Yeah. Well,
Very
yeah,
rude
but
we was waiting.
it took times different, but it is getting a little darker. I do like to give them space, but I feel like too much space is an invitation to, gosh, I'd say mischief, but this feels worse. This does feel worse. Yeah, should probably you know what? Let's go look for her, but like pretend we're not looking for her, and then that we just stumbled upon her, and that way she can still feel like like she can do her own thing, and then we still find her.
Not very big on playing pretend.
That's okay. I believe in you, though. I bet you could if you tried. Okay, let's go find this took.
and off.
This is incredible.
That is so funny. I'm so sorry for laughing.
This is took mischief through the internet.
Oh no!
Oh gosh.
I lost Rosie to the ravine. Oh no! Yeah, let's just let's just have the party there. Let's toss Bilbo down there. There you go.
Everybody's meeting in the ravine. We're having a party in the ravine.
Yeah. And that way he can't get out. Like, oh no, you're gonna celebrate with us because none of us can get out. So
I was very not fond of the ravine idea until just now. That actually has a lot of sound wisdom to it.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to trap people to make them jolly.
Don't know if
That's
that works.
exactly how it works.
Yeah. Be happy and I might let you go. That's great. 100% success rate on that.
This was my master plan all along.
I'll agree to this so long as you promise to never use it against me.
I would never think of doing that, Lobelia. I do have a self-preservation instinct.
I mean, no, absolutely not. What?
Esmeralda, there are some lines. You want to live.
I'm ready for the umbrella.
Yeah, absently brandishes the umbrella.
Yeah, part of my strategy is knowing who you could throw into a ravine and who you shouldn't.
I'm still learning.
Again, for jolly holly feelings, of course. This is for love. I'm concerned. You need ravine time.
Ravine time has so many implications.
I feel like I've turned this into Hobbit Saw, and I apologize for that.
Blame the internet gremlins.
Don't give me time to talk. This is horrible.
I feel like we should let Megan talk more.
I
know. Keep going.
Unleash my inner took.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've reset the router. I've done everything I can. Fingers crossed.
I believe.
Okay. Lobelia, Primula, you are off to find Esmeralda. It is daylight savings dark, so it's probably about, we'll call it like 6 p.m. at this point in time. So it's not late into the night, but it is later than you had agreed upon. It had been a prompt 5:45 that you anticipated meeting. So off you go into the night. Which direction do you feel Esmeralda went? Did Esmeralda tell you which direction she was going? Or just, I'm going to go find decorations, bye.
Yeah, I think it was like, I'm going to go where the prettiest winter flowers are.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I would love both of you, both Esmeralda and Primula, to roll just a straight D12. The closer your numbers are to each other, the more on track you will be.
Ooh.
I like
Which of
that.
these do
All
I
right.
trust?
Okay. I
I
got
rolled
mine.
12.
You rolled a 12?
How do I roll a 12 on this?
I got a 6.
Okay.
So
Yes,
Lobelia and
Lobelia.
Primula together.
A 5. So yeah, together, you put your heads together and you figure, okay, the best winter lilies, the ones that haven't been picked yet, because we are getting close to Yuletide, are this way, and you head west, which is the direction Esmeralda did go. Now, as you get closer, Esmeralda, are you yelling for help? Are you still trying to figure out how to get out of this ravine?
I think right now I'm trying to scale the ravine, but like I keep slipping, and so I keep going like, okay, maybe it's not like a falling slip, but it's just like losing footing as you're trying to start. And so I like keep like, okay, let me try over here, and I just God, no, okay, let me try over here. So she's definitely like not quiet about it.
And you also have glowing lights kind of like around you. I'll say this goes on for probably a good 10 minutes. You're a little bit muddy, a little bit scratched up from the initial fall. Lobelia and Primula, you walk a good ways into the edge of the forest. I don't think Esmeralda would have gone that far. You begin to hear a little bit of Tookish cursing, and you see a little bit of like a blue light, very soft, from a little bit past the tree line.
Took foolery if I've ever seen it.
I mean, I will have to agree with you on that, Lobelia. I think that's the direction to go to. Oh, what has she gotten herself into?
Like takes like 2 more steps, then stops. We didn't bring any rope, did we?
Do you have your umbrella?
Of course.
Primula, Lobelia, is that you? I fell in a hole.
Having a good time out in the woods then, are you, darling?
I made some friends, actually. You should come meet them. They're really nice.
Oh, I'm a little worried about that. Lobelia, I'm going to be honest. I'm a little worried about friends that Esmeralda met in the forest. And I think Primula walks a little quicker towards the ravine. Concerned now. Just a little concerned about this.
Lobelia's just going to twist, undo the latch on the sword inside the umbrella cane.
Just in case.
Just in case. Not drawing it yet, but and just tromps forward.
As you do and you approach, you can now see over the lip of the ravine. It's not like a sheer 90-degree drop. It's probably about 60 degrees, which is why you're having a hard time, Esmeralda. It's just a little too steep. And you all see Esmeralda kind of dirty, kind of got a bit of like mud and frost and pine needles. But you also see about 6 little blue glowing motes just kind of hovering around softly.
Do we know what these are? Like, is
Ooh, make a lore check.
Oh crap. Okay. Oh good. Oh, I have one of those pips in front of lore as well.
Yeah, so you roll your D12 twice and take the highest.
Ah, yes. Okay. That's actually Primula's pretty high on the lore. Okay. Wait, is 12 good or bad?
12 is great.
Okay, cool. Then that's the high. That's the other one. Okay, and then we'll do we get 2 6s. So that's 5, 6, 7. So I guess that's 17 altogether, and wits is 13 for her.
Absolutely. You know, and Bilbo has told stories, your own father has told stories. Will-o-wisps are quite ingrained in this wintertime lore. Just, again, you don't know if they're meant to be mischievous or friendly, but the one constant, like, core value of them is that they seek warmth, which in some circles, that's kind of a, ooh, spooky sort of thing. And in other circles, it's just they are an inherent part of this festive, emotionally warm time of the year.
I rolled an 8 for a target number of 12. So it was like ghosts. Ghosts. There's
Oh,
ghosts.
no, no, it's what's it? Esmeralda, I see you've made some friends. You've made some will-o'-the-wisps. Have you been friendly with them and courteous?
Yeah, they seem really excited. I asked if they wanted to go to the party.
Oh,
They seem like all for it.
And they like,
oh,
Why are you bringing ghosts to the party?
well, these are just like departed souls. Like, wouldn't you want to be able to celebrate Yule even after you're gone?
Exactly. They deserve some like wintertime cheer as well.
Do you think they could? Have they tried to give you a little push?
I don't know if they can.
Huh. So here is my very detailed and important plan. Ophelia, if you could think you could reach your and could you maybe reach your umbrella down with like maybe that hook part down, and then perhaps we could ask the will-o'-wisp to give Esmeralda a little push, and perhaps we can continue our meeting in someplace a little warmer. I mean, I do like ravine time, but
sometimes you just need a little ravine time, right? It's just
I understand. I understand.
little R&R, ravine and rest.
A little ravine and rest. Yeah.
Latch my sword back into place. Turn to Primula. Just hold on to the strings. Yeah, don't let me fall down.
Of course, yes.
Oh,
so definitely the like adjust. Yes, I love this. Don't worry.
Oh,
I'm very strong.
chain of hobbits.
Yeah,
I need
hobbit
all
chain.
3 of you to make athletics checks, please. There's so much happening here.
So I have a target number of 16 and no pips in anything.
Oh boy, so unless you roll a 12, you can't unless you also roll hope.
How many hope points do we have?
It is under your heart, I believe, the small number to the bottom right of your heart.
Oh, I've got 16 hope. All right.
Yeah, I should use a hope too.
3 is my total number.
Oh,
Can I roll 2 hope?
you can. I'll let you roll 2 hope if you want.
Okay. I'm like, we might need that.
Okay.
I roll 7 hope.
What does meeting the number do?
Meeting meets beats.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What'd you get?
17.
Oh,
Target number of 16.
Excellent.
Yes.
And I did follow Primula's advice, and I put the hooky bit down. I'm holding on to the bulleted end.
The grippy bit.
So that's like digging in her heels, like real hard. Yeah.
So the
great
two
for you
at the
guys.
top of the ravine. Oh yeah, poor Esmeralda. You're trying, and like your hands are cold, and you're like kind of slipping on the hook part of the umbrella. But you finally get a good enough grip, and you do feel a slight push, not enough to actually like shove you up, but just a little support from the will-o'-wisp. It almost feels like, like something like a pudding is like trying to support you. It's very wobbly. It's very soft.
Esmeralda failed her check, right?
Yes.
Can
But
we
we had-
say that I hooked her? Like I physically hooked her. Like just grab the if you can't, fine.
Quick, don't. Okay.
Her waistcoat. Yeah, absolutely. You latch like as you see Esmeralda like failing and trying and failing to like grip onto the hook. Just it's too slippery. Like I'll do it myself, and you grab and hook, and you both pull, and you all end up toppling into a heap at the top of the ravine.
They like we all land, and then the umbrella just goes. Poof. All right.
That was fun.
You have an interesting definition of fun.
And the little wisps like start like almost gleefully just like hovering around you. You almost feel like you can hear laughter. It's not audible more than it is just like the energy emanating off of them.
Are they mocking us?
Yeah. No. Primula like stands up and dusts herself and kind of does almost like a bow. Like, thank you very much, forest spirits. I was much appreciated for your help. I fear Esmeralda might have stayed in the ravine if you had not helped.
And they like kind of weave around. They actually start like playing with your hood. Lobelia one like picks at the pom-pom at the bottom of your hat.
See, they're friendly. Look at this. Won't they be so fun at the party?
Oof. I think I think they might. Watching them like pull at Lobelia's like little pop pop. I think this might be at least part of helping Bilbo. He needs some joy. He needs some silliness.
Exactly. I mean, that's why you asked me, right?
They're a bit cute.
Ezra,
Yeah. Oh,
always
Olivia!
so it looks like we might have all our pieces then. A bit of a side track. That's okay though. That's okay. Sometimes it's not a straight line to our destination. I'm a little wetter than I'd like to be, but I just feel like maybe that's just we'll get near the fire, I think.
Let's get
Yeah,
inside and
nice
warm up.
fire.
Then I am going to
Will-o-wisp
stop
kind
and
of like look at you. Oh yeah, go ahead, Lobelia.
I'm going to
please.
look Esmeralda over and just make sure I didn't rip any of her clothing.
Oh no, I'd say you all, especially with your 12, you definitely like were able to. I will say the will-o-wisps are kind of like hovering around, like they see the bright golden bow on the package and they're kind of like fiddling with that. They look at like the food that you've brought, the big tray. Did you
yes.
take that? No, is it with you or is it at home?
Oh, good question.
I
know it might.
I would have yelled at you to not bring that.
I feel like I might have gone out.
Food. It's gonna get cold if nothing else.
Oh, cold! You're right. I was just so worried about Esmeralda, and like I bet I would be hungry if I was out in the cold. Okay, you're right. We'll just leave this here.
Excellent.
That's probably a good argument.
You all start tromping back to Hobbiton. You all see, like, as you do, you have to pass by the market square, and it is in full holiday swing. There's for hobbits, a big tree in the center that's decorated lavishly with garlands of dried fruits and flowers and pine cones and lilies. There is a warmth emanating both physically and emotionally, as just there is hustle and bustle, and you see the wisps kind of like gravitate towards that, and they kind of almost look back towards you, and you feel like a longing as they are almost asking permission and like almost goading you to go towards the market square.
Well,
Can we go to the market?
They did help us. I think we do owe them a trip. Plus, gosh, it looks warm and bright there. I definitely think we could use some lights after our little dark excursion.
Maybe we'll find something that we can bring to Bilbo as well.
No, exactly. This is business then. Yes, we're not being distracted. Lobelia, I know you're looking at me in a particular way. We're not being distracted at all. This is we are still very much on track. It's just the tracks, sometimes they do a little curve.
Suppose I could use a cup of mulled wine.
Yes, curve with us. Yes, Lobelia. Yes, okay.
Really running into
the market.
To the markets. As you all head into the market, I would love for everyone to make a scan roll. You're not hitting a target number. I just want to see who rolls lowest to highest.
Oh, there. Oh boy.
It's a 16. Ooh. Target of 12.
9, target of 12.
Okay.
7.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, 13. Worse. Ooh. Target of 13. Worse.
Okay, so 7, 9, and 16.
These fools are running about, just being overwhelmed. I know exactly what I'm here for.
You're here for mulled wine, and you find it. There are many stalls that kind of they're almost like 2 concentric rings of stalls. And at the edge of the outer ring, you find Longhole Libations. And it is run by Branmar and Longhole, the middle-aged, sort of portly individual. It almost looks dwarven if you did not know they were a hobbit. And they are dulling out mulled wine in spades. You can smell the spices as you get closer, that heady aroma. It's actually quite a popular stall. There's a little bit of a line.
Stand in line and just kind of tap my cane. Tap my umbrella on the ground, just so they know not to take too long.
And like this is an efficient process. Some people want to like stay and talk, and they hear the tap tap of your cane, and they know who it is without even looking. It made little tap 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 on the cobblestones, and eventually it is your turn, and you are greeted with a heart. Lobelia, darling, what are you doing here?
Had a bit of a toque emergency in the ravine, but I need to warm up a bit.
I got just the thing for that. And he procures for you a copper mug with a lovely wooden carved handle, and you see him fill it up with wine from a warm cauldron is the best word for it.
Mm.
That's behind the stand, and then you see him add in like cinnamon and other little spices and mix it. He makes a big show of it and then adds a little sprig of rosemary just for flair, and he hands it over to you. Be sure to return the cup now. We need them to keep the line moving, but enjoy yourself. Stay warm.
Understand. Takes like a little sip and like stops. Might need a second of these. We're gonna go try to bring Bilbo into the fold again.
Oh yeah, how's he been? I haven't seen him in an age now.
Makes two of us.
Well, that's concerning.
Mm.
Normally, you two are, well, they wouldn't say thick as thieves, because,
My family
awful.
does not go thieving. That's not a thing we do. I can't believe you'd make such an accusation. Who told you that?
He looks like so taken aback.
I mean, no, I just bit of neighborly concern is all.
Right. Well, I can give, it's gonna get cold on the walk over there, so, I suppose I could.
He's got a fire,
part-
doesn't he?
He does, doesn't he?
And if he doesn't, I'll light it for him.
Well, aren't you practical? Well, then, here's another one, and you pay him, like,
Yeah.
money's narrative here.
Yes. Hand it over. Thank you.
Of course. Again, sure to return the cups.
Of course. I bet people aren't thieves.
Oh, we are going to move to Primula. Primula, is there anything that you think would catch your attention or anything that you would want to find in the market? Any sort of thing?
Yeah, I think Pamela gets a little distracted, simply having a wonderful hobbit time. And she starts thinking about Drogo and how he's back at home with her family. He's just, like, learning to hang out with the brandy bucks. But I know that's a lot. I know that's a lot for my shy man. So I want to like bring him maybe an extra gift. I mean, she's gotten already a lot of gifts for him. But so I think
Ooh.
she's just like looking around for something that, like, I'm so proud of him. Yeah, I'm so proud of him. I want to give him something extra. So like she's,
Just looking
kinda looking around.
around. I
Yeah.
will actually. I'll have you roll. Just roll a
Oh.
d6. We'll see if
D6,
something
okay.
stands out to you.
Yeah. A 3.
3. You spot this.
No.
All of the suspense on what your perfect gift is going to be.
This is so suspense.
So much suspense. But hey, it's getting longer. The intervals are increasing.
It's
This is
improving.
good.
Yeah, I like this. We're trending positively.
Also, I love an accidental slip that lets me make a callback. It's just
I was like, oh no.
Just joy
It's
getting
very
to do that.
sensitive. That was perfect.
Who told you that? We don't do that. We've never done that.
Nothing.
I'm overreacting, aren't I?
No, now Billy's gonna start asking us. There was only a few people there. Which one of you
What did you
said
tell him? It's immediately going to be blamed on it, so great.
it? Yeah. Bilbo's party is about to become an interrogation.
She didn't figure that out, that y'all knew. Like, y'all kept that very much under wraps.
Oh, then everyone just be cool. We'll be okay.
Yeah, it's just like pure
natural.
paranoia.
Oh, let's see. Okay. I think Primula is almost lost in choices. My beautiful husband to be deserves it all. It's that. Oh man, I bet there's great stuff in the market. Plus, there's probably snacks. Oh my god, there's roasted nuts.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's in this market. I feel like there's lots of fun stuff.
Oh yeah. Esmeralda loose. This
Also,
market, amazing.
I love the idea that like they have a huge tree at the center and it's like 4 feet tall.
Oh yeah, my
Yes.
gosh. It's always a miracle they get it here.
I also love the fact that we just keep referring to Esmeralda as if she's like the backpack leash child of the group.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be an interesting invention.
I was on a completely different Wi-Fi, so I'm not sure what is happening right now.
Wow.
Both are Verizon, so I'm trying to see if Verizon's having outages.
Soren's eye is upon you.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I was I just feel like this is like kind of like a hangout stream where we tell a bit of the story and then we comment
Have a little
on the
bit of a
story.
break, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the director's commentary
Oh yeah.
running
Yeah.
over.
Okay.
I have read it, so I'm going to make noise so that there's not just dead air. Because as a performer, I am allergic to dead air.
Okay.
Love that. Oh
Oh no.
boy. I think that's a yes.
Yeah, I think that's a yes.
So we are going to jump
Okay.
into a brief break. We are going to try a different format, but we will be right back. Hang with us for more hobbity goodness.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Hi,
Please
hello,
hold.
please hold.
please hold. Hold, please.
Hello
Yeah.
and welcome back. The Hobbity shenanigans were apparently too much for my Wi-Fi to handle, so hopefully with a little reset, we are good to go. Primula, you are in the
Yes.
market. You have
Mhm.
spotted a new stall, one that you've never seen at the Yuletide market before. It is run by a young couple, and you see carved into a rustic wooden plank, Cotton's Candies.
Oh.
You approach the
Uh,
stall and you see tins and tins of little you can't see because it's not like nowadays where we have the clear plastic where you can look into the tins, but
yeah.
they're labeled, with a very, like, hand-drawn scrawl, candied fruit peels and candied nuts, and they're both
Oh.
like that's all they have. They got one or the other.
Oh, perfect. Oh, this is a new stall.
Yes, yes, welcome, welcome, come on in, come on in, come on in.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you've seen them in the Shire before. They are a little bit younger than you, but you see Tolman and Lily Cotton, a young couple. They live closer to Bree, and they just are rosy cheeked and a little from the cold or from the excitement. You can't quite tell, but they just eagerly look up at you. It doesn't seem like too many people have bought from their stand, but they are cheerful nonetheless.
Oh, this is lovely. I have been looking for the perfect gift, and I think this is it. I'm so glad I found you. Hmm, what if I took one of these and one of these
Oh,
and she ends up kind of like taking like a couple little cans until she has like her arms are like kind of full of like 10 jars of stuff. Do you think this would be good? Is this too much? I don't oh no.
It was too much.
It was too much. Oh no.
Too much. You broke it.
Oh no. Just wanted the candy.
Your hobbity tomfoolery broke it.
Like,
Oh no. Yeah. I'll just leave the money and go.
unresponsive.
They like see you with that many things in their arms and are just like,
Just stares back at him. I thought this was good. Oh no. Oh no.
Lily Cotton kind of blue screened when you bought as much as you did. Oh yeah, Miss Primula, would you like a crate or something to carry this in? That's an awful lot for one hobbit to carry in their arms.
Yeah, I didn't think this through. I just got excited. I'm getting sweets for my sweetie.
Oh, isn't that adorable? I love that for you.
I can feel lobelia outside making faces. So I got an 11th one.
Oh, nice. So Lily Cotton, we'll say Tolman goes back, grabs a crate, and Lily starts packing them in. And you have a little, like, it's a sort of shallow crate, almost
Yeah.
like a serving tray, but they eagerly hand it over to you. It's a little bit ramshackle.
Oh,
But just they are just beaming, and you hand over the money for it. Thank you so much. You're our first customer. We've been here all night. It's really, really cold, but hopefully, fingers crossed, people will buy from us throughout the Yuletide season. It's just night one, right?
oh, of course. I will tell everyone about your amazing. Wait, 1 second. She opens one up and she gets like a candy, like it's like a candy orange peel or something.
Ooh, it
Oh
is
yeah, and she's
delicious. It is sweet. It is citrusy. It is perfect.
yeah. I'm going to tell everyone about your style. This is lovely and a fantastic addition. A joyous Yule to you all, and I hope I see you around.
Merry Yuletide. Thank you so much. And they're
Yeah,
like, they
and
go to chattering like with each other.
and Freddie kind of gives herself a smile and just picks up the crate. It's probably a little heavier than she'd prefer, but she's gonna dig deep and walk out. Yeah.
Excellent. I love, love, love that for you.
all the
Esmeralda. Oh,
strength you didn't have to work on when your fiance was carrying all your bags.
Yeah, yeah, I do kind of miss
oh.
it. I was worried when he was carrying all that stuff, but it was nice.
You've learned to carry some of your own things, but
Yeah, Primula's got to start arm day again.
oh my god. Don't skip arm day.
Don't skip arm day.
Very important. Esmeralda, I would love for you to roll a d6, please.
4.
4. Ooh, you, as you're kind of like peering around, and you've got like a couple little will-o-wisps making a halo almost around you as they're just excitedly like not even looking about, but you can feel just the excitement buzzing off of them.
Mm-hmm.
You spot Gamgee's Garden Goods, and you see just lines and lines of pickles in jars. Some of them vegetable. You see kind of set to the side smaller jars of like pickled squash flowers, which you know are Hamfast Gamgee's specialty this time of year. That is what he is known for. It catches your eye in that it's got quite a bit of a line. This is a staple of the Yuletide market. You want to go check it out?
Absolutely, I do.
Excellent. And you're kind of peering over the line and seeing what people are grabbing up. And it is eventually your turn. Does anything in particular catch your eye?
I mean, I gotta get some of that pickled squash flour, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I gotta get some before it's all gone. Everybody here wants to take like 5 of them. Like,
yeah, and that is absolutely like the one that is flying off the market stall. You like kind of almost nervously watch as like someone takes like 2 and then another person takes 5 and like the supply is dwindling. By the time it gets to you, there are 3 left.
3. Oh, I don't want to take the last one, so I think I'm just gonna. Oh, how many people are in line behind me?
There's about 5 people in line
Oh,
behind
no.
you.
I will take 1.
Okay.
I'm also gonna buy some like pickled radishes as well.
Excellent. You see Hamfast Gamgee kind of like looks, because you're small, because you're still a
Mhm.
young hobbit. Who's there?
Hey,
Hi,
it's
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda Duck. Hi, it's so nice to see
Tuck.
you.
Oh, where's your brother? You'll always make a pair.
Oh well, he's a little busy schmoozing it up with a gal he's interested in. So
Oh yeah, I heard about that. He's going out with Eglantine, isn't he?
yes, he is. I heard that fireworks were involved, and it's always exciting.
Yeah, there's definitely rumors going on about that. What can I get you, darling?
Oh, I have to have some of your famous pickled squash flour. Like if I don't take some now, like I'm gonna regret it, right?
First night, I mean, I'm gonna have to go back to the homestead, get some more for the other 6 nights of Yuletide. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead. Here's one of those, and anything else I can get you.
Some pickled radishes if you have them as well.
Oh, absolutely. And you see him like reach under and like produce a quart jar of pickled radish.
Oh heck yeah.
And you exchange the money, and like he just is beaming. Like this is Hamfast Gamgee. He is just always a pinnacle of merriment this time of year. Little old. He probably should have someone else running the stall. Maybe one of his sons are a little too young right now, but you figure in years to come that it'll get passed down to one of them.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a merry Yuletide.
Merry Yuletide next.
Waddling off with the jars.
And we will circle back. Lobelia, as you are sipping on your mulled wine, I will say, out of the corner of your eye, because you were going off of that high roll that you got before, you see a stall that's even beyond the outer of the 2 circles, that's kind of tucked away in one of the alleys between like the pub and one of the like stores that also has a lot of warmth emanating from it. But the stall itself, you see like one small little glow as someone is smoking a pipe. You just see that sort of like ember flare as they take as they inhale. No one seems to be heading towards this stall.
Bitter leaf might go good with this. And we'll just go wandering over. Umbrella in the crook of one arm, since I've got a double fisting.
Stuff. Yeah, you're double fisting. As you go over, you see this ancient hobbit, older than old, wrinkles that line his face like lines in bark. And you see him kind of like sit up and peer at you, and a big wide smile as he like takes another puff and blows a few smoke rings out at you. I was wondering when I would get a customer. How can I help you?
Well, you're not exactly in the rings. I'm not sure anyone knows you're a customer. Hello, what? Look about. What are you selling?
And he kind of looks around and he looks at you. I'm selling pipe weed, my dear.
I just got some lovely stuff, but might need to top off.
Nothing better than this, I can assure you.
Just gonna turn my nose up and kind of take a sniff of what he just blew. Like, how does it smell?
Oh, I would love for you to make an awareness roll or an insight roll.
Oh, insight. Definitely insight. Heck it, I'm doing a
Doing a hope.
hope. I've got 16 hope.
Tis the season.
Tis the season.
Okay, you
that's
kind of
much
want you
better.
want to know what you're getting into with pipeweed. I feel like you want to know.
Exactly. 12, 15. No, wait, that's 12, 17, 18 for a target of 16.
Excellent.
A target of 12. Oh, heck.
Oh yeah,
That-
you
that reroll
knocked it
really
out of the
helped.
park. This is a familiar smell. This is Old Toby.
You've got old Toby.
Of course I do.
It's hard to find these days.
I know it is a rare strain, but it is my specialty.
Do I know this gentleman?
Ooh, you rolled so high on insight. I'm gonna let that carry through. You don't. Um, he does look like you have other friends and relations in the Hornblower family.
Mm.
And you know that the Hornblowers, their great 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 grandfather, Tobold Hornblower, was the inventor of Old Toby.
I'm going to pass both mugs into one hand and extend one and say, "It's a rare day. There's a hobbit in the Shire I don't know. Lobelia, lovely to meet you."
Ah, Lobelia, lovely to meet you. I am Tobold Hornblower.
Tobold.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Well, are you looking to sell out, or are you looking to just make a bit on the side? How selective should I be with telling folk about your stand?
I can worry about that myself. You seemed like someone that needed this. Makes a great gift.
I think I might need 2 packets of it because I'm not feeling generous enough to give my only bit of it to Bilbo.
Excellent! And the voice, like, it's a booming voice, but it almost seems swallowed up in this, like, little bubble that you're in.
There's something strange about this place.
Yeah, it's Yuletide. Strange things tend to happen.
I'll just pass over the coins. Not going to ask for Old Toby. I'm not asking more questions.
And he puts up a hand as you go to give him coin. On the house, no worries. And he hands over 2 packets.
Would you like some mulled wine? It's quite good.
I would love some. Thank you. And he
Just still looking a little suspicious, like grateful, but suspicious, because people are not this kind to Lobelia.
and he cheers you with the mulled wine.
Well, I hope to see you next Yuletide.
Perhaps you will. It would be lovely to.
Thank you. I think you've, she'll just look at the packets. I think you're going to make this a very hot, very, very cheery holiday indeed.
That is my goal. I am glad to have helped.
I'm going to tuck it away,
Mhm.
keep a hand on it,
Yeah.
and head back with only 1 cup of mead.
As you head back.
Those inner
well done.
pockets.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
As you head back, as you turn on your heel, you hear a pop almost, like something soft, like barely even like a thump. And you look back and the cup of mulled wine, now empty, sits on the ground, and there is no more stall.
Are there any toques about? What's going on? But she is a model citizen, so she will pick up the empty mug and return it, and then go to find the other 2.
Excellent, excellent.
That's just a whole setup to mess with Lobelia in her head. We rented an old man. We rented a table.
That was really just your brother in a suit.
Oh, it's called Tooked.
Beard.
And it's a prank show. It's Tooked. He just got tooked.
Look, I got told Toby, this is the best took prank I've ever taken part in.
I'm glad
Ever
that's
been
happened
subjected
to
to.
Lobelia. Lobelia needed that.
It's so good. As you're kind of like reconvening in the market, you hear a loud, joyous, possibly a bit tipsy voice ring out, "Merry Yuletide, everyone! Come round, come round. I've gifts for you all, bud. You must solve my riddles." You all recognize this to be William Whitfoot, the mayor of Hobbiton, and he is just kind of like, he is dressed in this ornate coat, very like festive. It's got glittering thread embroidered onto it. His hair's a bit disheveled. It's kind of got that comb over thing going on, but it's curly at the ends. He's got a big plaid scarf wrapped around, and you can see in his arm, he is holding tins. Very, very ornate, like heavily decorated, and he's going to spot. He's looking right at you, Lobelia.
I very much do not want to be seen. It's like,
Lobelia, my darling, come here. I have a game for you to play.
Oh, fantastic.
do I have to?
Oh, come on now. Be in the Yuletide spirit. It's good fun, I assure you. And there are prizes to be had.
Do you know who really needs to be in the Yuletide spirit? Bilbo. Have you seen him about?
I've not for some time now. But he's not here and you are. Want to play?
Get a look over. Familia's watching me, isn't she? Yes, I would love to play.
Excellent. Everyone gather round. We are
Everyone
about to
doesn't have to
enter
gather.
a trial of wits, Lobelia being our first to play. Excellent. Okay, Lobelia,
I
I have some riddles for you.
rather good at riddles.
You-
all right.
You can do it, Lobelia! Yay! Starts clapping.
And he like straightens his jacket
Lobelia.
as he looks
In the
very,
prize.
he looks
Yeah.
so like officious, but you can see he's a little bit sway on his feet. He smells of the long hole libations, like he smells of mulled wine. Okay. What bites but has no teeth?
A turtle.
No, you can do better than that. Come on, I'll give you another shot at it.
Bites but has no teeth. The cold.
Excellent, everyone! Applause for Lobelia. She's got the first
yes!
one.
Woo!
Bravo! Yeah!
All right.
Just really
next-
pumping it up in her corner.
Trying to like vanish into her cloak.
Oh, see, the cold does bite. Look at it. She's wrapping herself up. All right. Next riddle. What can be a cap, a bed, a bank, and a bird?
The night.
No, I'll give you another go. Think real hard on it, my dear.
Pink. It's snow, isn't it?
It's snow, everyone! Clap for Lobelia.
Yes,
Got the second one. One more and you'll get a prize. Excellent. Last one. Are you ready for it, my dear?
If I get the prize, we can stop playing then, yes?
Absolutely. That's
All
the
right,
point.
all right.
All right, everyone. Listen close. Which is faster, hot or cold?
What kind of question? Taps the umbrella. Honestly, I have no idea, but I feel like cold is the answer given all of this.
Oh, I'm so sorry, my dear. It's hot because it's quite easy to catch cold.
I
That's a
figured
good
out a
one.
pattern, but no, there's no pattern.
You
for
were
this.
such a good sport. Everyone, claps for Lobelia. I will give you one anyway for being such a good sport. And he like shoves a tin in your hand, like the one that's not got mulled wine in it. Okay, who's next? I've got more real, and he like is already like off into the crowd.
Is already like
Lobelia, that was amazing.
You did so good.
Yeah.
it's easy to catch a cold. What kind?
You got it.
Yeah,
What did
got a
you
prize,
pick it up
though.
to? How much?
Oh,
Oh yes, what prize did I get? I'm gonna.
It is
Yes.
you like open it up and it is this beautifully ornate tin. Inside you kind of give it a sniff because the smell doesn't quite like resonate with you. It's a very herbal. And you see that they're like very finely sanded candies. It's an excellent prize. As you give it a bit more of a sniff, you realize these are horehound and primrose candies. A very, very, very fine, very luxurious gift. It's a wonder that the mayor's giving these out, but it's probably some endeavor to like brighten up the Yuletide. It is the first night after all.
Do you think I would have gotten something even better if I'd won?
I mean, all the tens, did they all look the same?
They all look the same.
I think just everybody gets one. It's a participation prize.
I don't want to be rude, but I don't think he has tracked what's in each one, at least at this point of the
I don't
night.
think he knows where he is right now.
He definitely seems to be a bit in his cups.
Yeah.
And she'll put the cap back on, and now she's got like the pipe weed, a little bulge under the thing. She's got a mug in one hand and this, and looks around. We're quite a group, aren't we?
Oh,
Picked up quite a few things, it seems.
That reminds me, oh no.
Okay, we can just keep going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think Premier's like, okay, also Esmeralda gives Esmeralda a jar of candy and Lobelia a jar of candy. I perhaps went a little too hard in the candy shop, so please, it's a new stall. Yeah. Also
selling candy?
Yeah, this is a little heavy. I still need to give away a few of these, I think. And I think so Primula is actually, given away a couple during it and talked about how, oh my God, there's a new stall, the cotton, you should go and see that. Here, have some. So she only ends up with like 3 jars at the end.
Oh.
I was
able to check them out right there.
Before it all got sold out.
Oh no. Oh, that reminds me. I have to come back someday. Oh, they go so quick.
But I got some. We can share it with Bilbo especially.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That'd be a lovely gift.
I'm still a bit damp from being out in the ravine, so perhaps we can get inside where it's warm and... Primula, look back and get a point to where that stand was. Do you see anything back there?
Does Primula see anything?
I would love for Primula to make a scan or awareness roll.
Ooh, a scan or... Oh, definitely awareness. Definitely awareness. Okay.
Lobelia, you don't see anything. I will give you that much.
Okay, let's see.
Still not convinced this isn't tomfoolery.
10 and... Oh, crap. That's 20.
Oh!
Over 14.
You look over to where Lobelia's pointing, and you do see the like little ember of the pipe, and as that ember sort of like flares up, you see a ancient hobbit waving cheerfully at you.
Hello. Yeah, was that? I must have missed that stall, Lobelia.
Wait, you see?
Interesting or good? Oh, yeah. Hey. See, it seems like a fun chap. If we had time, I'd go check. But you're right. We should probably.
Do I see any?
Make an awareness roll or a scan roll.
I know, Lobelia, you wanted me to see it, but you seem upset now that I did turn around and look. I don't know what you want from me.
10 for a target number of...
You're too young for pipe weed. It does not show up for you.
It's got like age restriction magic on it.
Yeah.
I have the spirit. I can't click the "Are you like 18 or over" checkbox yet.
That fake ID is not good enough, young hobbit.
Not good enough.
I think Lobelia is like, this does not make sense, and Lobelia does not like it, but also feels like the weight of that really good pipe weed, and just has a moment of like, looks at Esmeralda and seeing her like not reacting and looking, and you're waving, so it's like, if the Took's not reacting at all, like I'm really scrutinizing Esmeralda's face. And it's like, if you're wanting to get something really nice for your sweetie, you might want to go talk to him. Come on, Esmeralda, let's see if we can. I'm just not even going to look at it, because if I don't look at it,
it's not there.
Not to sidetrack them, but probably definitely see if she could go up and maybe get something.
Yeah. No, please. And again, you don't see anyone else really paying this stall any mind. This ancient hobbit. Yeah. Oh yes, welcome. Come on in. Come on in.
Oh, I have been so lucky today. I found a new stall for candy. Actually, here, would you like some? And she will get some. And he is so surprised.
He just
disappears in the middle.
He's gotten mulled wine. Now he's getting candy.
He's like, I got what I was here for.
He's making out. I think I got those 11 things of candy.
Oh goodness!
At least they're quicker now.
Yeah.
This
so
is completely manageable.
She'll give one of our jars of candy away too. Yeah, there's a new. Check out the cottons. They seem new here, and I want them to do well. They seem lovely.
Oh, the Cottons. Yes, I've known their family for quite some time.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen you around, but you know what? I like a surprise. and I'm looking for something for my husband. He's well, soon to be. He's with my family right now, and I know it's a little much, so I want to, bring him something nice. What do you suggest?
Well, I only carry the one thing.
Oh, well, it makes it
Yeah.
easier.
It is Old Toby if you'd like
Oh.
some.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Yes, I will absolutely. Thank you so much. This is
Thank you
I
for the
love you.
candy.
Oh, of course. I went a little much, and I know this now. But sometimes you get too much because you don't know that you actually needed that exact amount. It feels like too much at the time. Turns out it was just the right amount.
Perfect. And Yuletide is the time for giving, and it seems like you've done that in spades.
Well, let's. What else is the season for? Thank you for for Lobelia finding you. I think sometimes she just needs a little extra spirit.
We all do
She
this
means
time
well,
of
though.
year.
Yeah, she means well. Her family's also a lot, just in a
Yes,
different
the
way.
brace girdles. I know them well.
Oh, I would love, and sincerely, I would love to stay and hear all about the brace girls, but we are on a mission, so I'm going to stay focused this once. Okay,
Yes.
but remember those stories, okay?
I will. Have a
Okay.
lovely Yuletide, Miss Oldbuck.
Oh, you know what? I'm just going to let that go because this is that time of year, and I'm not going to question it. It's like, thank you. Oh, I see what Lobelia was saying. Like as Maria's leaving. Oh, I see.
And you hear that sort of like pop,
Yeah.
and you look back and there is no
Yep.
skull.
Lot of deliberate. I'm not going to question that today.
Yeah.
Storekeeper's note, if I may. Old Buck is the old like precursor to Brandy Buck. That's what they used to be known as.
Primula is like, I see what Lobelia went through today. Okay. I'm just gonna say this.
I understand now.
That's tough for her. And then just kind of like with a, oh, that was lovely. Thank you so much, Lobelia. I think we have had quite we've gotten quite a lot. I think one of these things has to cheer up Bilbo.
You got some Old Toby then.
I mean, does the look around?
I got the goods.
Yeah.
What are we looking for?
Just like,
Oh.
I feel like I need to be very suspicious, but I don't know what I should be suspicious of.
you know what? Sometimes there's just a Yule miracle and you just accept it. And then you smoke it.
I got a second bit for Bilbo.
Oh, that might be the thing. Lobelia, you're very wise.
Gonna have to retie that bow.
Oh, no, Lobelia, okay, it's okay. Maybe we should just go. Esmeralda, come, let's go. Or Lobelia's gonna work on that bow for like another hour.
Yeah.
Like she can sense that happening.
In that case, onwards.
Onward. So where are you all heading? Are you heading back to like the homestead to get the potato gargantuan, the turducken potato?
Oh, yes. Oh, good thing I gave away all that candy. I think I need a wagon. Primula looks around for like a little sled to see if she has like a little sled.
Oh, yes, you absolutely have like a little wooden toboggan. It was probably one that you played with when you were younger.
Yeah.
Why don't you
so
get a crate? I'll put my stuff and your
yeah.
candy on the crate.
Yes, there we go. We'll just kind of put it all there and we'll lash it on.
All right. You all head up, back and forth, there and back again. So you gather up all of this amazing spread that you've created between the potatoes, the candy, the pipeweed, the radishes, the squash flowers, everything. You have
the will-o-wisps.
So many things. The will-o-wisps, which have been looked like eagerly. All the decorations, all the woodland decorations you found before you had a tumble. This sled is laden with just absolute, like, it is a picture perfect like embodiment of merriment on this first day of Yuletide. And it takes you a bit to get to Overhill, which is where Bag End is, and you see all the lights and all the merriment of all the other homes. And you approach Bag End and it is cold and it is quiet. What would you like to do?
I think Lobelia is bringing up the rear and she's got her umbrella braced at the back of the sled and is like pushing from behind.
I'll skip ahead, open up the little gate that leads up to the door, and just give a couple knocks.
As you knock, you notice the door is ajar.
Oh.
I pick it up.
Ophelia, that was a good one.
Ah! Oh no! The door's ajar and it is dark inside. You don't hear anything but the distant crackling of, since it's not, I would not call it a roaring fire, just the embers.
Maybe Bilbo stepped out. I'll push it open. Hello? Bilbo?
And as that echoes into the hobbit hole, unanswered, we are going to go to break.
And this one's planned.
This one's a planned break.
Surprise!
So stick tight. We'll be back in just a few minutes to pick up the rest of this One Golden Ring adventure. See you all soon. we are back with our Holiday Hobbit one-shot. Our group has just come across Bag End, and it is dark. Esmeralda, you were the one that opened the door. I would love for you to make...
We'll never know. We'll never know.
What does the Took do when they open the door?
Just like
Question.
just frozen. What should I do?
Hold on. I know what is expected of me and that I should be waiting to be invited in, but also we're here to kind of like come in and wreck his shit and make him happy. So like
Too much suspense. There was just too much suspense. Again, it's like right when we went live. Okay, so Esmeralda, you're the one that opened the door. I would love for you to make an awareness or scan roll, please.
I will go with awareness.
Go for it.
That is 11.
Against
I
your
am
target
going to
number.
spend a hope to roll another die.
Get it.
17, so for target number of 15.
Beautiful. As you open the door, and it creaks softly as you do, it is dark in here. A little bit of moonlight coming in through the windows, though most of the windows are curtained. You can feel more than you can like see that there is a little bit of warmth coming from an adjacent room. Bag End is massive. But you feel again that sort of flickering hearth fire, and you see like the will-o-wisp start to pour in, but they're hesitant because they seek warmth and it is cold in here. They start to drift slowly in one direction. Again, kind of, they almost feel scared.
I will go with them then. There's nothing to be afraid of in Bilbo's hobbit hole.
Obviously not. What are the other two of you doing?
I think Primula was very much letting the Took take the lead. Figured it'd be a little more like bang open the door, Bilbo, but it has been a little odd. So I think she'd want to pull the rest of the sled at least inside first, and then kind of see where Esmeralda goes. Especially with the will-o-the-wisp doing it, going that way too. That's
Esmeralda. What are you up to? What do you see?
I mean, it doesn't look like Bilbo's home, but there's something in the hearth that's kind of glowing.
He's a fool if he leaves the fire going unattended.
Well, then let's handle it.
Let's handle it.
I think at Primula's point, it's like, Bilbo, we've come to visit. I know we weren't invited, but we were a little concerned. Trying to like see if she gets a response.
It echoes within Bag End. Again, it is a cavernous hobbit hole with many rooms, and you hear your voice bounce and bounce. Make an awareness check for me, please.
Oh boy. Okay, where is that awareness? Oh, okay, yeah, all right, okay, all right. 20 again. Okay, she's very aware right now.
Very aware. You walk in and you have all this stuff. You have like your potatoes. So like there's the smell of like the food that you've brought.
Yeah.
You pick up the smell of other food deeper in the hobbit hole, probably from the dining room area, which is not within your immediate line of sight. But you smell, if not recently cooked, at least not rotting food.
Okay. I see that perhaps you've already had supper, but we did bring some other I brought my potato. I don't know if I told you about that. Thought you might be excited. I'm not getting any response.
Well, he can always eat.
If I move in closer to where the fire is there like anything else that I notice?
Ooh, if you go into the room that's off to the right that has the fire in it, you notice that there is a hearth that has been lit. In this room, which is like the living room, the den, you see the hearth, and you see kind of scattered around the hearth, half-written invitations some of them addressed to you. You see one for Rory and for Drogo. Dozens of these invitations just scattered on the ground, unfinished and unsent. And you can almost see in the writing of them a frustration, scribbled through words, crossed out words. Some of the invitations are torn to little shreds. And they're just laying here.
I'll pick up a couple of them and turn around to find Lobelia and Primula. It looks like he was planning on a party, but never, sent them out.
He's being very stubborn lately. Perhaps we should just search all of Bag End for him. Perhaps he's taking a nap, or perhaps
He's not feeling well.
Yes, perhaps he's not feeling well.
Do we know if he has a favorite room or a place we'd normally find him in? Is he prone to the study? Is he prone to the kitchen?
He is prone to his study, I would say, especially as of late, because you all being the Order of the Red Book, he is working on the Red Book. That has been his main focus for a couple months now.
Yeah, Lobelia's going to look at these invitations and shake her head. If I have to be cheery for the Yuletide, he has to as well. And just go storming towards his study.
Excellent. Primula, where are you headed? Are you following Lobelia, or are you going elsewhere?
I feel like Primula's like, Lobelia's got this, and maybe Bilbo needs Lobelia energy right now to get him out of that. But she's just going. She wants to kind of like cover other parts just in case. Like, what if he is sick? What if he collapsed somewhere? She's starting to get quite worried.
Excellent.
So yeah, she would go opposite, almost like the opposite direction, make a counterclockwise circle or something.
As you go the opposite direction, that would pass you through the dining room. And those smells get a little stronger. Again, nothing bad, nothing rancid.
Yeah.
There is a smell of food, and you look into this dark, unlit dining room, and there's a half attempt of a dinner spread put out. There is a ham, there is bread, there are cheeses. You can see that there is sort of this really sad pine garland that's just kind of been tossed onto the table. It's been abandoned. Like it looks like someone made the attempt, had started to get the makings of a grand dinner together, but then lost heart somewhere along the way and let it sit. All the food is cold.
I've had those nights.
I think Primula, just in case Bilbo can hear her, it starts to do kind of like a running, kind of like, I understand this can be stressful. That's okay. We've brought stuff. Bilbo, this doesn't have to fall on you. In fact, you could just sit and smoke and drink, and we've got it taken care of. We all need help sometimes. That's okay. Just come on out, and we can have a lovely party. I promise you. As she's like looking through the dining room, just hoping to be heard.
You can see that there are like crates unopened of foods, of jarred bits of food. You can see that there is a bit of like cured meats. There are several like baked goods that come from Old Buck Bakery. Your family, your Aunt Asphodel is like a prevalent baker in Hobbiton.
Yeah.
How many jars of those pickled squashes does he have?
He's got 7.
But yeah, I think Esmeralda's already like running around and like just with everything that we brought is starting to set up decorations, like make sure that the fire is going and putting food out onto the table to finish the spread of dinner, making things cozy.
That. I would love for you to make an Enhearten or craft roll, please, just to see like how it's going for you.
I'll do Enhearten.
I was like, Enhearten's a skill? That is amazing.
It's such a good skill.
I love it.
13 for a target number of 11.
Excellent. Okay, you get right to it. You stoke the fire, get it going. There are plenty of logs available, so you were able to feed the flames and get it roiling. And you start to set up little pine boughs. The wisps are trying to help. You see them like pick up a pine cone, but it's too heavy, so it drops. Then they go to pick up a little flower, and it drops. And you
just point out where you want them, and I'll put them there.
And they like pick back up, kind of cheer, and like will like nuzzle a flower and then like go up to the garland where they want it to be. And some of them are even like like snuggling in amongst the boughs, finding little homes and places to nest, and just overall very joyful. They've brightened up a little bit, and as they're kind of like taken on this new warmth, especially as the fire like really starts to pick up, you see them go from this bluish cold coloration to a sunny yellow disposition.
Ooh.
They just kind of float around and happily like bob and weave and take part in the decorating process.
I think this.
Primula. Yeah. Please, yes. Primula, are you helping like reset the table, or what are you up to?
Yeah, I think after that she kind of looked around as much as she could, and I think before she stopped searching, she's like, "Okay, but Lobelia is going to find you." And then, yeah, I think that
The worst
she would
threat.
go, yeah. Oh, Esmeralda, this is such a lovely idea. Tell me how I can help. You have a lovely eye. Does anyone ever let you decorate?
Oh, not nearly as much as I would like to, but you know what?
Oh.
I do definitely think that I'm pretty good at it, aren't I?
You do. I think I like how you like put some of the potatoes on strings and
Yes,
put them up. I think that's out of the habit hole thinking, and I like that.
exactly. You gotta think of new things, keep things
Yeah.
interesting and nothing stagnant, you know?
Yeah.
Fresh.
Well, it looks like our guests are very happy. That was such a smart idea. They were cold. Thank you for the
Yeah.
fire.
Of course, of course.
When
You gotta
like
make sure
pops you on the head, Primula.
Oh. Ah!
this place was so cold. We gotta make sure that it's warm, especially if
Yeah.
Bilbo is sick, you know? Can't be sitting in the
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, I didn't find him. Hopefully Lobelia is having better luck. And then Premier will just stay and kind of help, but very much letting Esmeralda lead the way for how everything's set up. She likes to support the youngins since she has just about gotten to mature hobbit-ishness.
Yes, yes, you're right on that cusp. You're about
I'm
to
on the
be
cusp.
like a proper hobbit woman getting
Yeah.
married soon.
Yeah, I am getting married. Oh, if we ever need to find Lobelia, I'll just go. I mean, I am getting married soon.
You hear something crash down the hallway.
Lobelia, you hear echoing through Bag End, I'm getting married soon. As you head back towards the study. As you head away from the hearth, that was the warmest place in the house, and even then it was cold. A chill has taken up these halls as you head towards the study. It is downright frigid. No proper hobbit hole should be this cold. You find the study door closed, but you do see a little bit of soft candlelight coming from underneath it.
Bilbo, I'm gonna rap on the door with the handle of the umbrella.
As you rap on the door opens slightly. The wrapping of the umbrella was enough to push it open a little bit. You see dim candlelight illuminating this small room.
Gonna give him just enough time to answer, and if he doesn't,
At this proximity, I'm going to say, and with the door open, you hear a bit of raspy, ragged breathing.
I hear you in there. The least you can do is answer. You can't hide from me, and I'll just push it open. Are you ill? Because that's at least an excuse.
Get out! And you see Bilbo looking at you, gaunt, bags under his eyes sunk deep in their sockets. He is sweating, his brown curly hair slicked onto his head, and you can see him like visibly shaking, but not from cold, from rage as he looks upon you.
Is this some kind of new fever I've not heard about? What is this? You don't speak to me like that. Not even you.
I need you to get out.
Well, I'm here.
I need you to what kind of role are we gonna do? Like stand your ground. We're gonna call this
Roll for Lobelia.
Roll for Lobelia. Ooh, maybe persuade.
I can do. Rather like that one, actually.
Okay.
Because I have an umbrella, I'm quite persuasive. It's literally because of the umbrella. That is a 13 of a 12 target number.
Excellent. As you say, you don't talk to me like that. You see the rage soften a little bit. The sickly pallor to him remains, but his eyes soften as he looks up at you, almost sorrowful. My cousin. Oh, my goodness! I am so sorry.
You
I,
should
I,
be. What's
I
all this about? There's not a bit of light in this place. Everything's lit up for the Yuletide.
promise. I had lit the fire. I had intended to invite you. How
Yes, and you ripped my invitation to shreds, I see.
did I? No,
Aye.
I'm sure I sent that out.
No,
I know
you've
I
been
sent
holed
that out.
up. No one's heard from you in ages. It's not very proper.
No. I just saw you last week. I'm sure of it.
How long has it been? Like, I know
It's
at least a couple
been
weeks.
like a season. It's been months.
We haven't seen you since the season's turned, Bilbo. Are you ill?
No. That can't be right. That can't be right. And he's like muttering to himself as he like flips through the pages and he points. You just recovered this helm for me. Just
That was months ago.
That can't be right.
The jacket that was cut during that adventure was not only patched, I had to replace it because it got too thin.
And he seems like sad and distressed as he's like thinking. You can see him like squinting his eyes to remember, and you see his hands balled into fists as he is trying to think. Yes. Show me. Show me.
I don't know what's wrong with you, and I'm not sure I'm the right person for this. Here, and she's gonna like put a hand on his shoulder,
And he
and
flinches at your touch. It's all right. It's all right.
immediately slaps a hand on his forehead to see if he's got a fever.
He feels feverish. You've not seen anything quite like this, though. And you kind of pull your hand away, and it is slick with sweat.
Kind of as discreetly as I can wipe the hand. Let's get some soup into you.
Soup. It's
Premiula and Esmeralda are here.
So
They're going to be
cold
better.
in
Just come. And I'll try to lead him, and if he won't come, I will get behind him and poke him with the umbrella.
There's a hesitation as he gets up, and you see him
Yep.
a little shaky, almost like he hasn't used his legs in a bit.
What have you been doing to yourself?
Don't quite know. And he like tries to straighten this horrendously disheveled like waistcoat.
Just lean in and give it a sniff.
Doesn't smell it smells, like that smell you take on when you have a fever? It smells like that. It doesn't smell like BO. It doesn't smell like he's been
Okay.
wearing it for months and months and
So
months.
he's at least been like keeping himself up. All right.
Yeah, like he looks fed, if a bit gaunt in the face. Like it doesn't look like he's physically like deteriorated in that way.
I really want to scold you, but I feel like there's something going on here I don't understand. So come on. Premiula will be much better at this than me. Come on.
Primula's here.
Yes, Premiula and Esmeralda are here. We
Oh.
brought food. We're going to brighten the place up a bit because people are starting to talk, and you don't want people to talk.
Are they now?
Yes, we haven't seen you in a season.
I do apologize for that. I don't know what's come over me.
I don't know what's come over you either. Premiula!
Yes. Let me and we'll follow Lobelia's voice.
It's like,
Primula, my niece. So good to see you.
Okay, I see. Hi. Why don't you looks around the study? Why don't you come out with us? Bilbo,
yes,
come out with us.
Come in.
We have Esmeralda has decorated the room. I really think we need to support her in this. And
Premiula, he's
out,
quite sure we went and retrieved that helm last week.
Oh, I do not like that. Come, let's get some food and drink into you, please. You need to be by the fire.
All right. And like
Premiula will pull forward if Lobelia pushes back. Like, yeah, come.
And as you push him forward, you lead him like down through the hall, and as he like shivers from the cold, the hearth is starting to warm back end. It's underground, it's well insulated. Once he gets into that room, have you cleaned up the torn invitations, or are they still on the ground?
I think so. At least like stacked them together and put them on like a table somewhere.
Excellent.
So that
Okay,
they're
so he's
not
not going to get a shock from that right off the get-go. But he peers in, and you can see, like, in the firelight, just he is pale as a ghost. His eyes are glassy. As he looks around, a little confused, but takes in the decorations, and you see the barest crack of a smile as he looks at the little will-o-wisps and the wonderful decorations you put up, the potatoes on the garland. Well,
What is
isn't
this?
that clever?
Yes,
Oh.
exactly.
They're going
It
to
is
go
clever.
bad. Why would you do that?
With potatoes?
Yeah. You
Why
put
not?
holes in them, they rot.
It's whimsy,
Use potatoes
Lobelia.
for everything.
I'm not familiar with her.
Oh, yes.
No, Whimsy lives down the street from me. It's it's Esmeralda's work.
Whimsy Proudfoot, let's go.
I think Primula kind of starts taking almost like this motherly approach. She's like, Esmeralda, if you could make sure Bilbo is close to the fire as you can, and see if you can find some extra blankets, and just keep on wrapping them. Delia,
It is quite cold in here.
yeah, watch Bilbo like real closely. Do not let him wander off, and perhaps you could pack his pipe a little and all set. I'm going to go into the dining room, and I'm going to make a nice medicinal tea, something warm with a little extra something, and we'll start there, okay?
I knew I should have brought him some old wine.
I'll see. I've been known to mull a thing or two, and she goes into the dining room to look for, or like to make a nice, like hot, herbal yet a little alcohol-y drink.
Yeah,
thing.
I'll say it's easy enough to find something. It does look like Bilbo was preparing to host. All the makings of a Yuletide feast are here. They're just left.
And I think she I would say, whether this is a roll or not, she does have healing. So I feel like that is informing how she is creating this like mega hot toddy.
Please go ahead, make a healing roll to see how mega of a hot toddy this is.
Yeah. Okay. Can I use what's my thing? Can I use hope?
You can use hope.
I want this to go real well. Okay, wait a second. Where am I right now? Okay, it meets exactly 12.
Beautiful.
She really wants this drink to go
expertly. You get the stove going. You put on a kettle. You find the exact right spices, and almost like you've taken care of Drogo before. You've taken care of many in Brandy Hall before.
Yeah.
It is a recipe that has been passed down from Brandy Buck to Brandy Buck. And the smell
at the end,
the air. Yes,
she takes a little of the Old Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple leaves and just like throws it. Like, it feels right. She likes to personalize it, and she's like, there we go. Just kind of puts it in with the rest.
Secret
of, like,
ingredient.
Secret ingredient. Yes. It can't hurt my help.
You made an edible, a drinkable.
Yeah. I think it's kind of instinctual. Like, she's just like, what do we need in this situation? And then just kind of grabs it and throws it in.
Yeah. Beautiful. And the smell fills the kitchen. It's starting to feel a little bit more like Yuletide, with people bustling about, the kitchen fire going, the hearth going. Esmeralda, you're just piling blankets onto Bilbo.
Yeah, I bring like his chair closer to the fire and like make sure he sits in it. I'm wrapping him. I'm like,
yes.
You see him wrapping. As you're like wrapping him, he does kind of look a little bit dazed. And he's sort of like fiddling with his hands a little bit as he looks around, trying to almost comprehend what he's seeing. He is in disbelief that it is this late in the year.
Mm-hmm.
But he seems comforted by your presence. He's like, a little bit of a smile is like peeking through, but he does look very, very poorly.
I think I'm just gonna start like talking about like just like absent-mindedly like word vomiting at him, like talking about like the stuff that like we've been up to, like, oh well, Paladin couldn't make it tonight because he's a little busy with a little flame of his, and he's so busy with his farm, and I think there
Oh.
were fireworks involved.
There were so many fireworks.
Did
A lot of
did he take some of Gandalf's fireworks?
I think so, honestly, I think
Oh,
so.
that's right. I'd given him some. That's right.
Yes, you did give us a couple of them. I don't know where mine went, honestly. Maybe Paladin maybe Paladin
I
took it
think
from me.
maybe I have more. You could certainly have some, my dear.
Some fireworks are always welcome.
I don't need
Yeah.
more fireworks.
No, we definitely do need more
Always more
fireworks.
fireworks. Right. Eglantine was that's who he's court. Is he still?
Mhm.
Okay, so not too much time has passed. What else has happened? What have I missed out on?
Well, after we got the helm thing, I know Lobelia replaced her jacket because that was like a whole thing,
Oh my
and
god, too
yeah,
bad.
it was really dramatic, honestly. But it needed to be done.
It was a
She's
very good jacket. It was a
very
big
good.
loss.
It's a big loss, but now she's got just a wonderful new jacket, and I think it suits her very well. And yeah, I've made friends tonight, as you can see. I gestured to the will-o-wisps.
That is fascinating. Where did you find such creatures?
Funny story about that. I was out looking for decorations, and then I went out into the forest to find some stuff that people hadn't picked yet. I slipped and fell into a ravine, and these little guys found me.
Interesting. Well, I have heard in some circles that they are hungry spirits, but I like to think they bring good luck. I mean, just look at them. They're
They're very friendly.
fascinating.
They like to laugh, so they like a good joke or two, which I feel like they'll fit in very well around here.
And he pulls the blanket a little closer.
What have you been up to?
Come to think of it, I don't quite know. I must have been up to something. I mean, and he spots the invitations. Oh, I know I sent those out. And he looks distressed as he kind of gives 1,000-yard stare, and you can see him again fiddling with his hands.
I mean,
Can
I
I-
get distracted all the time too. I mean, I almost missed our meeting for tonight because I got a little wondery.
While I'm giving Esmeralda the stink eye, can I think about what Bilbo's doing? Watching him fidget. I'm just watching him very closely, trying to figure out. At first it was, do I believe him that he doesn't remember? But I think I do. I'm trying to pick out how he's being odd.
Make awareness or insight, please.
Awareness. Insight? That beat 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 3 is 14 for a 12.
Excellent. Against your 12.
Sorry.
Beautiful. You've seen fevers before, you've been around, and there's always a flu that goes through Hobbiton.
Yeah.
As you're watching him, again, you can almost see that anger that was when he lashed out at you, kind of building and ebbing and flowing almost as he sort of cycles through unspoken thoughts. You can see him furrow his brow and then relax, and then furrow it again as he almost seems on the verge of shouting, and then calms down again as he's just sort of cycling through a series of emotions, and you can see that sweat still pouring. It's lessened, and you've sort of cleaned him up a little bit as the blankets have been put on, but he seems distressed more than outright sick.
Did you have an argument with someone?
I don't know. I do feel like I've been shouting.
Hi, you shouted at me.
Oh.
Nothing's
Oh,
missing,
dear.
is it?
Well, I do have some spoons that have gone missing.
Surely some spoons wouldn't put you at this state.
No, nothing's
Right, good.
nothing's missing
right.
as you seem put a hand in a pocket. No, everything is quite where it should be.
What are you checking on there?
Nothing. Just
puts a hand on her own pocket where the old Toby is. Like, is like, you wouldn't be keeping anything from us, would you? You send us on all sorts of dangerous adventures so you can write your little book. And then
Did
you
it be my
vanish.
own business? You see that sort of anger, and then it recedes, and he, sorry.
Looks at Esmeralda.
Well, I mean, is it really Yuletide if there's not arguments happening?
Oh no,
This isn't like you at all.
I don't quite feel myself, and I feel terrible for taking that out on you, my family. I think we just need to get the merriment going, right? It is Yuletide, right? It is certainly cold enough for it to be.
Yes,
Let's get
Right.
the festivities going, shall we?
got a lot of food, and I'm
Aye.
ready to eat.
I'm
Primula.
starving.
Yeah, and I'm just to end. Primula will finish up the brewing and steeping and finds like the largest mug she can find, like whatever looks like something that maybe like Bilbo's favorite, something that just fits his hands just right and everything.
Oh,
And she fills it up just enough so it won't spill, and she'll
Nice.
carry it in, and she goes, "Okay, here you go.
There's
this. I
plenty of
think you will definitely-"
spoons to stir it with. There's plenty of them.
Oh,
done
I mean,
that
that's odd. I felt I had some trouble finding some, but I'm sure it's a bit of a mess in there. It's fine. I'm sure it's not an issue. She'll like a quick look at Lobelia, and then nothing, and then but here, this is drink this. You'll feel much better. We're gonna get stuff festive, right? Right. We got the fire.
I would help, but I find myself quite out of sorts.
Oh no, that's okay. You can be out of sorts, and then we will put the sorts back in.
Oh,
Is that what you do with sorts now? Good to know.
Yes, I mean, so it works for some people, but other people have their own journey, and that's okay, Lobelia. It's just nice to have some sorts at home.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm confused about what this is referencing. I feel like there's like something that I'm missing.
Oh no! It's just happy Yuletide words, Esmeralda. Don't even worry about that. Bilbo, can we make you a plate? What would bring you? What do you think is the most festive thing we can do right now?
oh my goodness. Well, it seems like you've got the decorations in order. Ah, lovely.
It is rather impressive in here. Was that you, Primula?
That's Esmeralda.
Really?
All of it.
I mean, the potatoes on strings are a bit much, but other than that, it's actually quite nice.
Quite like them, Lobelia. They are new. They are
Everyone
fresh.
lost their minds.
I seem to have lost mine a bit, at least my memory. Sorry, I'm so very hungry. Something
Well.
warm. It is so cold in here. And again, like he is sweating.
I'm just gonna look at Primula like,
Primula will kind of like crouch down. Bilbo's sitting, right?
Yeah.
And she's going to take both of his hands in hers, and she's just gonna look him like deeply in the eye. And what sort of role would it be just to really assess this, and less on a physical and very much more on like a spiritual level. Like as far as she's sure, they've covered all his like physical needs, but there is something else.
so much thought to that question.
Gosh,
There's
no
contemplation as you stare into his eyes.
So it's just this. It's just this for 5 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lobelia's like
Very intense staring.
watches this for a little bit, looks at Esmeralda. Let's go fix a plate then, if that's what's happening here.
There we go. Just a little hiccup. Roll awareness or insight, please.
Okay, so awareness is pretty good. Let us. Oh, either's good. Okay, either's good. Oh wait. Oh, but we want insight. I forgot the number. Okay, yes.
Lower target number, yes.
Yeah. I was like, oh, there's more numbers. Yes. Remember all the numbers.
The numbers are more.
Okay, what is 9? And then that is it's 14. That's 19. Oh crap, that's 19. Okay. I'm doing pretty good. Okay,
There
I like
you
these
are.
dice. They're good dice. These are good dice.
As you hold his hands, and you can feel that they are cold and clammy, and you can feel him like gripping your hands just a little too tight. You stare into his eyes, and he looks haunted. You can see that there is a distress and a sorrow and an inner turmoil that he is just not talking about. Beyond just the forgetfulness, you can see the tension that he is carrying, almost like
Mm.
he is fighting something in his own spirit.
Ah.
He's trying to be present with you all, but you can see just like these flickers of him going away for like a half second where it's not quite him.
Has Pramila ever had any experience with something similar?
Not quite like this. There's certainly hobbits that have had like a crisis of spirit, especially like the holidays can be difficult. That's why everyone tends to band together, have these feasts, have these celebrations, make it so that everyone has the opportunity to be somewhere with someone. This is the look of someone that not only is dealing with something very deeply internally, but also someone that has not socialized, that has not been around people in quite some time, whether he realizes it or not.
Okay, I think Pramila doesn't say much. She says, hold on for a little bit. Stay here with us for a little bit longer, Bilbo. I'm going to see what I can do. And she'll get up and she'll kind of motion to Lobelia and Esmeralda. And she's like, we have to fill Bag End with people. We need every room to be bright and warm and full of joy and love. We need to anchor him. He's going away. He's going away. I don't know how another way to explain that. And I think he wants to stay. I don't think he wants to go. But part of him's trying to go. So we need him to stay. Esmeralda, how many hobbits do you think you can round up?
However many you need.
Oh,
I can get
all of them. All of them. Esmeralda, all of them. Go to the market. Go to the market, and we will pay for anything that gets brought. Tell everyone to bring the best food and drink and candy and their best selves.
Okay,
Esmeralda.
You can do that. And she gets very like serious, and she'll say, "You can do that for me, right, Esmeralda?" Okay. If someone has an excuse, no, they don't.
Esmeralda.
Understood. Yes.
See if you can find the mayor.
The mayor.
Tell him Bilbo's opening up his wine stores.
Lobelia. Yes. Yes. That fantastic. I love that. Lobelia.
Aye.
Thank you for bringing him out of the study. I don't want to put pressure on joy and brightness on you. I feel like you have different skills. Could you?
I don't know what you're saying.
That's okay. I'll explain it again later. But I think if I could use your insight, if you could take a look around and see if there's something around that would maybe give us a hint of what is pulling him away. I don't know if we can find out, but at least maybe we could get rid of, or at least give us a focus. But I need your keen wit.
See if you can distract him. He's got something he's toying with. I don't think you should reach for it.
Okay.
But let me look about the study.
Okay. And then Pramila's plan is to stay with Bilbo, and she is going to sing him a song to lift his spirits while the rest happens. And also, she does have some pips in songs. So.
Please make a song roll.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes.
This is good stuff. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. 15 over 14.
Woo!
15 over 14.
You begin to sing a Yuletide carol, and you can, like, Bilbo's still a little distant, but you can hear him sort of, like, mumbling and humming along with you as...
Yeah. I would like to write some lyrics on the fly.
Ooh!
And they are, like, about how hobbits work together, and one time there was a hobbit who had a very heavy wagon, and alone he couldn't pull it, but more and more hobbits came from their holes and pulled it together, and with everybody it felt like nothing at all. And then they took it to the Yule tree, and everyone had a hobbity Yuletide.
I don't think I've heard that one, my dear, but I rather like it.
Oh, okay. It's just a thing I've been toying with. Drogo loves songs, so I kind of make up little ones sometimes. So that's what she's doing.
As Pramila's singing, we'll go to Lobelia, heading towards the study.
Yes, Lobelia is going to go in, and she is going to be discreet. She's not just going to
Yeah.
roll the place, but she's going to start going through books and notes, and especially looking for anything that, having seen those invitations torn up, is there anything about that,
Ooh.
looks like it's been started and thrown away. And I'm happy to do scan. I'm happy to do riddle.
Oh, I would love for you to roll scan or stealth.
Oh, we're definitely doing stealth.
Dun, 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 dun.
I am a stealthy hobbit, believe it or
There's
not.
a reason Primula sent Lobelia, not Esmeralda.
Esmeralda goes crashing down.
I am
Yeah,
very
things will get found, but yeah.
That's a 19 over 12.
Whoa! Excellent. Okay, in the study. The study is not big. It is more or less a closet at the end of a hall that Bilbo has put a door on. And you see, like, there's the desk, and then above it there are like all these cabinets. It is very small, so it doesn't take you long to search and to find. The red book is Bilbo's pride and joy. This has been his passion project. He wants to record everything there is to know about not only his adventures but the goings on of the Shire, the history of the Shire. The book does lay ajar and kind of askew on his desk, and you can see he wrote about the adventure you had with the helm, and you can see it almost like trail off into repeated incoherent lines, and you see pages torn out, tossed to the ground of this just lines over and over. You can't make out what's written, but you can see like deep quill marks, like within the paper they push through the other side like embossment, and just tossed and thrown away. The writing about the helm is the last coherent bit in the book. Nothing new has been added since.
It's not like Bilbo not to finish a thought. And I'll make sure that the last bit that's coherent is there.
Mhm.
And kind of seeing how he reacted to seeing the invitations. If there are any of those incoherent pages that are still in the book, she'll remove those.
Good.
Close it, leave it on the desk, pick up any of the crumpled ones, and just look at those, trying to figure out if there's any kind of pattern, if she can make any sense out of it.
Ooh, I would love for you to make, what would be a good roll for this? Insight, scan, or riddle?
We'll do riddle. Oh, okay. So that's 13, 14 over 12.
This is you acting to decipher any of the scribbles. And I think between like you can tell that it's definitely repeated scrawl. And within it, it's about 4 sentences repeated over and over, and within it, you can't make out all of it, but you can decipher bits. Cannot be found. Mine cannot be found. Mine. Just like those are the words that seem to have like the most emphasis, like the heaviest quill strokes.
I'm going to fold that up. And I'm going to stand there and have a long think. Because I'm Lobelia. I'm going to confront him with this. I don't know if it's worse to confront him when it's just Primula and I in the house, but also I don't necessarily want him to react the way he has in front of other people.
Oh.
So there's like that. She's standing there weighing personal safety against embarrassing him in front of
people.
Yeah.
Excellent. As you have that long think, we're going to cut to Esmeralda, who is jauntily heading towards the market.
Can I say before I left, I would like to take the half-finished invitations and like rip off the name part where it just says you're invited to back end.
Love it.
So like I have like flyers that I can hand out to people.
Yes! Amazing. You head to the market, and it is still in full swing. There are so very many hobbits. You see the butcher stand, Cotton's Candies, Grub's Mashers, Long Hole Libations. All of the stands are still up and running. You see the mayor kind of off in the distance, puzzling someone else with his riddles. The stack of candies, like the tins, is actually quite depleted at this point. He
Ooh.
probably didn't plan super well for this contest. You get a feeling that it's just whoever puts up with him gets one.
Okay. Who here is the loudest hobbit?
The loudest hobbit, we will say that is Bodo Proudfoot. Him and his wife have set up a little stand of preserves, like jams and jellies and things. But you know Bodo to have a rather booming voice.
All right, I'm going to go right up to their stand, and I'm going to hand both of them one of my little makeshift invitations and say, I need your help. Bilbo isn't feeling the spirit of Yuletide, and we want to invite everybody. Bring any food that you want to, any fun, any friends that you have. We want to get everybody just to get that cheer going, and it's going to be so much fun. We'll pay for everything, I promise.
None of that. We'll have no payment here. It's Yuletide. Everybody, there is a party at Bag End. Gather your things. Let's show Bilbo the true spirit of Yule. Come on now. And you see like other people at the stalls jump as Bodo like begins, and he's just going as like people start like gathering like okay, gathering their stuff. You see some brandy bugs like gather up some pastries and pies. You see the butcher, whose last name is also Butcher, like grabs some, and everyone's like really getting into it. The mayor goes, "What's all this now? I heard there's a party." Yes, a party. Okay, I don't have
There'll
much.
be breaking into the wine stores at Bag End, I promise.
What are we waiting for? Let's go, everybody, to Bag End. We haven't seen Bilbo in quite some. Let's go and cheer him up. And he's just like gathering everyone he can. You see him like putting his arms around people and just like scooping them into like the throng, the crowd. You can see what's Lily, Linda Proudfoot, kind of just like shaking her head. Okay, come along, Rosemary, come along. Lobelia, you're not here, but you would see that Rosemary Proudfoot is kind of like hanging out with your brother Bruno. Nothing official yet, but he did set off a bunch of fireworks for her, and that does mean something here in the Shire.
If they're married before I am, there will be hell to pay.
What? He's older than you. He's your older brother, but still.
Doesn't matter. There's a ticking clock.
There is. Oh,
So
those up in hard bottle.
I'll be leading this like army of merry hobbits with my like Tokish walking stick, kind of just.
You're heading out. The mayor's picked up like a carol, and he's trying to get people to sing, and like half of them are doing it, the other half are chatting. Like, ooh, Bag End. We haven't gone to a Bag End party in months. Like, everyone's super excited. Lobelia, we'll go before we get the crowd of people into the house. I would love to give Lobelia and Pramila a few more like private moments with Bilbo, if they so wish.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think
what are you doing? Yeah.
Lobelia comes out of the office and is going to motion to Premila, so they're just a little bit out of earshot.
Yeah, I'll be right back, Bilbo. Just stay here, and
all
she'll.
right.
Yeah. Yes. And she'll go over to Lobelia.
He's not himself. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah.
And she'll hold up the paper and kind of motion to cannot be found in mine. I don't know.
How much do, say, like Pramila Lobelia know of like Bilbo's big adventure?
I mean, he talked about it at length, especially the part defeated a dragon and came back with he came back with tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of treasure.
Yeah.
Yes, so what do a couple spoons matter?
What? Sorry,
what?
Oh, no, weird.
In all of his talks of it, though, he's only ever talked about like the joyous parts of it. Like he's not talked about any of like the hardship other than anything that he overcame.
Right.
You always knew he was keeping some bits out and embellishing others, but that's part of storytelling, isn't it?
Right. Okay. He's like, oh, he's going through something. I don't know. I don't know if this is a thing that we can. What about his friend?
Gandalf.
Yes, I know your feelings. I know your feelings on him, but this might be beyond our Hobbit understanding. And I know he is both trouble, but maybe if we could get a message to him, he might know. This seems beyond the Shire. This is something that I don't recognize, and it scares me.
I don't like it either. But here's the thing. He keeps saying cannot be found and mine. So he's either lost something or he's hiding something.
Yeah. I do agree. I don't know if he'll tell us if either of those are true though.
Well, that we
We'll
took
see what
is
tonight does. Yeah.
bringing a bunch of people back. I'd like to have one more chat with him, but
Okay.
it might not go well. He's not himself.
As you're having this conversation, you hear a knock on the door of Bag End.
Is she that quick?
I feel like it would have been louder. I feel like we would have heard if they were. I'll take. We'll be like, you go. I'll
stay with him.
Okay, but watch the door too. Okay, all right. I don't know who this could be. So Primula's a little worried about who this could possibly be right now, but so it's a cautious but with a smile. She's a hobbit. She wants to be welcoming, so she kind of opens it with a tentative smile.
As you open the door, you are met with a pair of knees.
Oh,
gray robes, and an individual at your level but stockier. And you see Gandalf hunch over and you're not who I was expecting. Primula, right?
Correct.
Good
Hello.
to see you
She'll
again.
put a hand out.
Hello, and a big hand grabs yours. Yeah, this is Gandalf.
Hi. Is it rude to ask you that if you showed up because I mentioned you? I feel like I should know that.
Did you summon him? Whose power you have? Have you been keeping it from us?
Lobelia, please, let's try not try to be rude here. This might be.
Is Lobelia in there as well?
Yeah, yes. Come in, please. Come in. I should warn you that there is maybe all of Hobbiton showing up soon.
Well, I would expect nothing less of Master Bilbo. He did send us an invitation, and he does produce.
You got an invitation. You got an invitation, and I did.
Well, I did as well, says the little dwarf that has accompanied him and who just marches in. Bilbo, where are you?
And Lobelia is going to march in very cross and produce those papers and just walk up to Gandalf and just hold them up. What do you know about this? What's this then?
The invitations or the scrolls?
No, the scribbles.
Oh dear. And he takes them and he
Are
looks
you at
over
fault?
them.
Is this your doing?
I would hope not. Goodness. Bilbo. Bilbo?
Tiniest little hobbit just like
standing. Yeah. Bilbo, what's all this then? Is he good? And he you can see him take his hand and lift Bilbo's chin and Gandalf, my friend, you made it. Good to see you. Merry Yuletide. And there's this weird clarity that he hasn't shown around you all.
Who's this then? Points at the dwarf.
I'm Balin. Good to meet you. Been meaning to make it to the Shire for some time now.
Balin.
I'm gonna go get Lobelia. I'm just gonna go get drinks for everybody. Partly because Primula does not want to be in this room where Lobelia seems like she has to deal with some stuff. So it's partly hospitality, partly let Lobelia deal with this. I think she's the right person for this. So she kind of disappears.
Is very intimidating right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Balin and Gandalf sort of monopolize Bilbo for a moment, and you can hear some cheerful but soft, unhearable by you mutterings as they exchange some sort of conversation. Are you trying to eavesdrop? Are you dropping eaves?
Very much all staying enough distance to be polite, but is also very obviously just
please make a stealth or awareness to drop some eaves.
This is why you leave Lobelia.
Even with a crap D12 roll, that is a 17 over 12.
Ooh, okay.
I am dialed into this.
You are.
I don't know what took foolery they're doing, but I'm going to hear all about it.
You busy yourself restringing the same decoration over and over. It's probably potato.
Yeah, I'm just cutting the potato.
You hear like you catch a few words, but you hear like obvious concern in Gandalf's voice as he kind of like looks over Bilbo, like lifts his chin, takes it in, and Bilbo's just kind of like smiling and happy that you can see a little bit of like concern. You see almost unwelcome tears in Bilbo's eyes. He doesn't mean to be, but like you see just like almost a relief at Gandalf being here. It strikes you as a little bit odd as you hear Bilbo. I'm so worried no one was going to show up. I sent out all those invitations and no one came. The weirdest thing. And then Lobelia says I didn't send any out at all. Gandalf, I am very out of sorts. And like Balin's just kind of like nodding, and like Balin's like lit a pipe and is like taking everything in, staying quiet to let like those two talk.
Finally,
Primula will come in if she hears a little bit of quiet, silence, and she has a crock pot full of drink for Gandalf.
Oh, well, thank you, my dear. And
and then
cheers.
a slightly large, like a bowl for Balin, and she'll refill Bilbo. She's trying to keep that like a hot drink in his hand the entire time.
You go to refill Bilbo's, and like Balin just hands you back the bowl empty.
I thank you. That is quite a compliment. That is a home recipe.
It is delicious, my dear. I can assure you.
Oh, thank you. So how was everybody? Had a good conversation. Looks over at Lobelia. I guess worrying at the potato.
As Primula walks by, Lobelia just goes, "He's upset that no one came to the party that he invited everyone to."
Oh, that's okay. Welcome. Thank you for coming, friends. Okay, no one else is here yet. Something is very wrong.
How do we fix him?
Yeah, actually, yes. I actually agree with Lobelia on this. We would love to fix him.
Well, I think some cheer will do him well. I'm glad that you all... And you said that someone is bringing all of Hobbiton?
Oh, yeah, we put a took on it.
Yeah, there's...
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes. We'll probably find hobbits we didn't know existed.
Yeah, is that going to be too much for him?
I think that might be just the thing he needs.
Do you know what these things are? And points to the will-o'-the-wisps. Are they going to be a problem?
Oh, hello, my friends. Good to see you again. And he's like sort of like gently poking them. They're harmless. They actually are said to bring good luck.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check. We'll say this is the last thing that happens before Esmeralda comes like with all those.
I'm sorry, I love playing a grumpy character.
I love you playing a grumpy character.
Yeah, that's I'm also rolling my really high stats, so that's a 21.
Ooh, you believe me. You can tell that there's like he doesn't know for sure, but this is the legend he chooses to believe about them.
All right then. Maybe Atuk will do two things right today.
Oh, and it is at that moment that the door of Bag End bursts open.
Go get a hobbit door,
Bam! Bam!
Esmeralda, the door is open. You are welcome to just slam it open.
Absolutely.
Lobelia jumps like a foot.
Unnecessary.
Scene as you bring dozens of hobbits with you into Bag End.
And Primia goes right into kind of like hostess mode. Oh, welcome, please. We have plenty of food here. There is a start of a feast in the dining. If you want to finish it, please feel free. I know some of you are fantastic cooks. And just every room, any place that needs a fire, please light a fire. Come in, everybody, please.
And they
put
all
everything on the table.
pile in. You can see people leaving like jars and tins and pies on like a table in the main room. People file into the dining room and are adding to the feast while.
And it's too much festive. It overwhelms the internet.
Yeah, we got this. Oh, we're so close. I can feel it.
I'm eyeing those pies on the table.
Lobelia like looks at Esmeralda and is like,
"You ordered hobbits. I brought them."
The festivity was too big. Okay, so you see people file in. They're leaving pies, tins, jars on like one table. They're going to the dining room, taking and leaving food as they go. It is so loud, but it is all joyous as people laugh and talk and fill Bag End with joy and warmth and camaraderie. And you can see that, like, while Gandalf is keeping, like, close to Bilbo, he's sort of tucked behind so that Bilbo can get the full force of the company that is before him. And you see, like, that clarity sort of return as he, like, a little color returns to his cheeks as he, like, shrugs off some blankets. Well, it is a party, is it not? Let's go. And like he like jumps up and like he starts like singing along with like a little group of hobbits, and you can see Gandalf smile a bit, but he's like laser focused on Bilbo. Balin's just drinking and having a good time. He's never experienced Yule before, so he's just sort of taking it all in. The food, the merry. Isn't this what hobbits do every day? Like just
that's like more potatoes on his plate. We strive to. But
This
Yule
is
is perhaps the
wonderful.
time we do it the most. More potatoes.
Oh, this is just like absolutely digging in. Just like there's so much like wine and crumbs and stuff in like his beard. He's just having a good time.
Don't tell him about the pickled squash flowers. He'll eat them all in one go.
Those have been tucked away.
Just hit him.
Yeah, they're a little bit hidden. What are the rest of you? As the festivities really do begin to pick up, you can see people like exchanging gifts, which is really just the stuff that they bought from like the market. They're like, okay, here, I'll give you 1 jar of this if you give me like 2 of those pies. Just like there's this sort of like barter system that's taken up in the dining room, as any good hobbit would. It is an exchange of food and love, and you can just feel the Yuletide spirit emanating in this hobbit hole that was quite cold, literally and metaphorically, not too long ago. And Bilbo, though very tired looking, is getting in on the party. I will say we're going to start like heading into ending phase of this story, as Bilbo does seem much merrier. I'm going to ask where each of you find yourself in the party as the night goes on. Is there anything else you're trying to find out, or are you just having a good time?
There's something that I want to do.
Yes, please, Esmeralda, go!
Yes.
I'm not super happy that Lobelia was criticizing my potatoes on a string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the potato garlands that I've had, and I'm going to take the potatoes off and try and sneak them into her pockets throughout the night.
Ooh! I need you to make
potatoes, like
make a stealth roll, and Lobelia make an awareness roll. Whoever is higher wins this.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you automatically are like,
oh my god, yes.
I mean, I can still roll
them just in case.
That's a 15 of a target number 16.
15, but you rolled a 12. Roll your d6s.
Total 24.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I'll say you are able to sneak at least 5 potatoes into Lobelia's like overcoat.
Because Lobelia's only focus is the pocket of the pipeweed.
Right.
Increasingly
so anytime
she
thinks she feels something, she's like, no, we're fine.
I love that. Lobelia, as the night goes on, you'll say like you're kind of like a little bit out of breath, like more so than you feel like you should, and you go to like shrug, and you feel the weight of like 7 potatoes in your coat.
Esmeralda!
Just throw a potato
Who's
behind
to
me.
say who put them there? It could have been Grub, old man Grub, because he's the potato monger here. Who's to say?
And like at that moment, like Lobelia is like looking around and like, this is going very well, and Bilbo seems to be coming back, and she is keeping an eye on Gandalf.
Yeah, who's like he's like got a cup that he's sipping on, but he is like following Bilbo throughout the party.
Yeah. So knowing, I mean, I still don't fully trust him, but he seems to know more about. So I've gone into the kitchen and gotten those beautiful sweets that the mayor gave me, and was like starting towards Esmeralda to give her some for being so good at this. And there's like, wait a minute. This is Tom Tookery going on.
Foolery. Lobelia's had a little bit too. It's fine.
But yes, she has, by and large, kind of been staying back and watching, drinking a little bit, but, you know, she's not exactly the biggest party type, but she does like being in the room and does in a much less motherly way than Familia, but does keep an eye for people who need things. And we'll do one final thing as the party starts to wind down, but is mostly just, oh no, we lost her, but is mostly just staying back.
Okay. Yeah. Working her Premila's definitely working her like doing like the hostess thing. Nobody's cup is ever more than half empty. Potatoes aplenty. There's like just she went into Bilbo's like
Back.
meat
Okay.
cellar. Yeah, just so I think that so Primula has just been kind of like doing the hostess stuff, but what she would like to do is in the moment, if everyone's all set, she would love to approach Gandalf.
Oh, yes, please. And you can see, as you like approach, he is like
Yeah.
relaxed, but you can see that like his head is on a swivel following Bilbo throughout the party.
Yeah. And she just wants to say, I want to thank you again for coming, Gandalf.
Of course.
This will happen again, I fear. What do I do?
I'm not sure there's much we can do. I've been trying to keep tabs on Bilbo's predicament. I plan on taking him on a little trip soon that I hope would clear some of this up, but in the meantime, if you could keep an eye on him, I would be much obliged.
Of course. And she'll put her hand, her little hand, in like his big hand, and she's like, I know it takes more than one person to take care of someone with the darkness that's in Bilbo. So I thank you for being a part of that, and we'll do what we can to keep him here as long as we can. I know some burdens are eventually take those that have them. So
Yes,
I will fight as long as I can. And I'm very tenacious. I'll be honest, you can ask my husband to be. I'm very hard to stop. But still, thank you. And
thank you.
Kind of
This
like
is
squeeze
precisely
the
what you
hand.
needed. And he'll squeeze your hand back.
Okay. And then she'll kind of like put herself back together and kind of go back into hostess mode.
And he'll like grab your shoulder, not like hard, but just like,
Oh.
actually, if you could keep an eye on him for just a moment, I think I have one more trick up my sleeve. He winks at you.
Of course, yes. Yeah.
And you'll see Gandalf kind of like stealthily head out of Bag End.
Oh, this should be fun.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
Perry was like,
Oh.
Wizard surprises.
Wizard surprises. Lobelia, you said you had one last thing you wanted to do as the party was winding down?
Yeah, anything else, Esmeralda?
No, just have a constant plate of food. Like it's always stacked full.
And there is so much
usually
food because everyone
more
came
than
from the
half
market.
pastries.
Yes.
I feel like Premila's adding extra because she's so proud of Esmeralda and brought like there's always like a double amount than usual.
Oh yes.
You did so great.
There's ice buns. There's like this odd spiced rosemary blackberry pie going around. There's all sorts. There's like all the candies from the cottons. There's just so much food, and so much of it is sweet.
And oddly enough, half a little pack of Old Toby ends up on the plate with a wink.
Okay.
I think you deserve this. Don't let Lobelia see it. Okay.
Yes.
And keeps going around.
Amazing.
I think throughout the night, Lobelia just keeps randomly pulling more potatoes out of her pockets. She thinks she's gotten rid of all of them, and then
It's
just another one
absolutely the
appears,
sugar
just,
rush.
Like her eye twitches.
Yeah.
And then as things finally start, there's kind of that lull.
As people are full and quiet.
And she'll kind of pull up next to Bilbo because, again, she's not exactly the most festive.
Mhm.
She puts it on. She does it well when it's time to do it, but it's not exactly her nature. But one has to do what one must do. And she, so she feels more kindred to Bilbo in this moment than she probably ever has. And finds him when he's just kind of sitting, probably taking a breather from doing whatever foolery he's doing. And sits beside him and says, looks about, goes, for not showing your face for a season. You certainly brought out friends, didn't you?
It seems that I'm quite popular, as always.
I wrapped you something, but the bow didn't exactly behave, so and she'll reach into her pocket and pull out the unwrapped bag of Old Toby.
Belia, cousin, you shouldn't have.
Don't exactly know how I got it, to be honest, but I think it was meant to go to you.
Oh, and he'll take it and he'll like fiddle with it and smell it, like give it a whiff.
Mm.
That is very generous. That does indeed lift my spirits. That don't take this the wrong way. Uncommonly kind of you, cousin.
Well, somehow I felt like if I kept it for myself, something bad was going to happen to me. Just,
You've been reading ghost stories.
I know exactly how strange this is going to sound coming from me, but I think I might have lived one tonight.
How lucky you are indeed. That's rather exciting. Tell me all about it.
You
He's
and I
gonna,
could not be
listen
more different, cousin. And then she'll kind of glance over to where she thought Gandalf was, but then Gandalf was gone, and she like lifts an eyebrow and goes, "Don't let your human friend smoke it all now. Keep some of it for yourself."
Oh, this is, and he like tucks it in, and you see him like his face drop as he like switch pockets. Yes, I will keep it quite close to the chest.
And just gives him the stink eye. It's just like,
As you are giving him the most stanky stink eye, you see a little burst of blue light from outside of Bag End, and you hear the tinkling of wind chimes, and you hear all the hobbits go ooh as like everyone rushes out. And you see Gandalf kind of at a distance from Bag End in one of the fields, and staff held aloft, or walking stick held aloft. And as he does, you see him light a firework as it goes up, 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 and blooms. Not with the normal loud pop you're used to, but with this sort of soft wind chime as it bursts into the shape of a snowflake, and then enchanted snow begins to fall delicately over the party that is gathered. And all the hobbits are just like oohing and awing with delight. Bilbo himself enraptured by this magical display. And Gandalf will pop off a few of those. And it does coat the Shire, at least this area, at least Overhill, in a soft blanket of what feels like real snow. And you know it'll be gone in the morning. But for now, you take in this beautiful, peaceful, lovely scene of joy and Yuletide spirit, knowing that you have done everything in your power to lift your cousin out of whatever is affecting him. And for the moment, everything feels right.
I think as the snow is falling, Lobelia will kind of get Premilia and Esmeralda nearby, just kind of, be standing there with kind of an arm on each of their backs, just in the like, we did good, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll stealthily just put a little bit of snow down the back of Esmeralda's shirt.
It is cold.
They told you fireworks are always better. Snowball.
Oh, you throw a snowball at Lobelia?
Yes.
Amazing.
Umbrella.
The umbrella.
Snowball fight!
Oh no, what have I done?
No,
And
yeah.
the camera pans away as a group of hobbits engage in an enchanted snowball flight, merriment ringing out across Overhill. And that is where we are going to close this chapter of our story. You all did it! This was so lovely. This was so much fun. Oh, I love playing with my hobbits. This was great, and thank you all so much for being good sports about this one shot that we put together. I'm so glad we got to run it because this was just an idea we had after the last time we ran the One Ring, and I'm glad to see it come to fruition in the way only you all could. So we are going to head on out now. I will start. We're going to go in reverse order. So Kay, please let us know who you are, where you're going to be, what you're up to. Would love to hear all of it.
Hey all, I am Kay Purcell. I have been Lobelia today. I am not nearly as grumpy as the character I play. You can find me most of the time over on my channel, Chaotic Wholesome Presents, along with Full Rubber Ducky, who's hanging out in chat. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, we are running a Lullaby for the Christmas Lich, a 5e charity game benefiting Extra Life. We will have an incredible table I can't believe I get to run for. Persephone Roth, Holly Conrad, Latia Jaquise, Katie Asaurus, Candace the Magnificent, and Jen Geeky Youngles. And it's going to be an incredible punny time. Hope we'll see you then. We are basically, David is going to be streaming some video games. We're basically on hiatus after that until the new year. But Tuesday after the game, we will be doing the final episode of the Tuesday Table Talk show, where we talk all things TTRPGs from indies to intersectionality. So we hope to see you there. Thank you for having a fun little hobby adventure with us. You're awesome, chat.
Yay. Okay, I think I was next. I was in the middle. So, hi. I was and still am Megan. This is so fun. Thank you so much. You can find me. Just go to murphypop.carrd.co, and that has all my updated socials. I just recently did a one shot as part of the Girls from These Worlds, where we played this Christmas Give 'em Hell, where I ran some newer Christmas ghosts through rescuing the big three from an evil CEO and a horrible Christmas content farm. And I think they just went up on YouTube if you want to add some like that's silly and a lot of action one-liners that my players were so good at. It was amazing. And you can find me on the Monster of the Week podcast, $2 Creature Feature. We just finished our second season, and every season is its own story, its own character, so you can jump in. And we have a couple one-shots before we start our official season 3, and there's some fun stuff in there. So come and watch me be wacky. Woo.
I love it. That is such a good title. Come and watch me be wacky.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it. And Jill, go ahead. Tell us who are, where, at, what are you doing? What are you up to?
Hi, I am Jill, also known as GhostDJK on the internet. You can find a bunch of my links on ghostdjk.card.co. And this is it for me for the year. This is my ending thing, and I'm so happy to end it here. For next year, keep an eye on the Welcome to Reddington Monster of the Week podcast. You might hear a familiar voice on that, as well as an unannounced project with the transmissions. So keep an eye out for that. And I'm very excited for it.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love hearing what everyone's up to. It makes me so happy. I'm Rosie. I've been your lore keeper today. I'm Sweet Rosie B, just about everywhere on the internet. Find me on Twitter, Tumblr, The Sky That Is Blue, here on Twitch. I am doing not much for the rest of the year. I have something next week that has not been announced yet, and I'm really excited for it. In the new year, though, I will be releasing art commissions. I'm going to be offering character art in both watercolor and pastel options. That's the only really big thing I have going on. I'm looking forward to a much needed holiday break. But if you're still in the mood for more holiday shenanigans, tomorrow we have Jingle Bell Shock, a Brindlewood Bay adventure right here on Girls Run These Worlds.
It's adorable. Oh my God.
At 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And then on Tuesday, the final holiday one-shot for the channel will be Toe Beans, a D&D 5e supplement hosted by Kat at 3 p.m. Eastern. It looks like we're going to raid out to Valdrianth. I'm very excited, so stick around for that. Again, thank you all so much for dealing with the tech issues, but also for being here for our story. This was a joy and a delight, and I cannot wait for the next time I get to run amok with these hobbits. Have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.